Fox News, a Democratic socialist outspends 16-1. Angie Nixon wins the Democratic primary for a Senate seat and will challenge Republican Senator Ashley Moody.
Nixon beating Alex Vindeman, who was a former top security national official. He was a witness in President Trump's first impeachment trial. He had been backed by other Democrats, including Senators Mark Kelly and Tammy Duckworth. But progressives did see a loss in the 25th congressional district, where DSA-backed candidate Oliver Larkin failed to prevail against the incumbent Jared Moskowitz.
That's Fox's Madeline Rivera. Another House Democrat in Florida, Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, also defeated a progressive challenger and others in a redrawn district. Now, Republican Congressman Corey Mills was primaried out, the 11th House incumbent to lose this year. Ryan Elijah defeated Mills, who's under ethics investigations. Another GOP Congressman, Byron Donalds, won the Republican nomination for Florida governor.
My administration will be guided by three pillars: making Florida accountable, achievable, and most of all, affordable.
Donalds will take on Democrat David Jolly, who used to be a Republican member of Congress. In Alaska, Republican Senator Dan Sullivan advanced to November's ballot, but finished second in primary voting to Democrat Mary Peltola. Sullivan's seat considered one of 6 toss-ups in the Fox News Power Rankings. This is big news north of the border.
50% tariffs on a wide array of Canadian goods were meant to come into effect this morning, but President Trump's made a last-minute decision to delay the measure for 3 days. He says the United States and Canada have agreed a trade deal, and the two countries just need time to finalize the documents.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Meanwhile, the stalemate remains over the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump keeps insisting it's open. The U.S. controls it, but Iran says it's closed. America's listening to Fox News.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. This hour is presented by Subaru of Gwinnett. You'll love the difference. The Morning Extra, only on Extra 106.3.
Morning, y'all. Tug and Los on this Wednesday, hump day. But for me, I don't want to brag or anything. It's Friday. Let's go.
All right, for the audience, it's senioritis day.
That's right, dude.
All right, Tug Coward, he's not mailing it in by no means. He has too much pride in the show. He has too much respect for the audience.
Yes, that's right.
But to say that there's 1 foot out the door thinking about the sand and the sun of the coast.
My favorite.
That's where he is.
I joined the Navy because I knew I'd be near the ocean.
It works for you.
It's my favorite spot. And I know y'all had a house at the beach.
Oh, yeah.
And so I know how much you love it, too. But there's just something about looking at the vast ocean and knowing that it just continues to go and go and go, and it's just everywhere and all-encompassing, and half the world is, more 3/4 of the world is covered in that.
May I be woo-woo with you?
Yes, I love woo-woo.
There's something that restores the soul.
Yes, I agree with you, man.
When you get out there and you just relax.
Yep.
And doesn't matter what kind of crazy stress you're dealing with, if you can just put the phone down.
Oh, my gosh.
And just enjoy it. It's replenishing.
I might throw mine in. Just give it a call.
I don't need any of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be checked out completely. But anyway, yeah. So looking forward to that. I am looking forward to heading down to the coast.
Happy Hump Day.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you, Kimmer.
Kimmer always
good strong.
It's like he's almost like the Lord a little bit. his voice just
comes down.
It does.
And it just instructs us on what the plans are for today.
That's right. Happy hump day. And then he laughs at it.
And then he laughs at us.
I think the good Lord has a sense of humor. He has to.
He gave us Kimmer.
Well, but just he gave us all these crazy people around. You're like, when you look at people and you're like, somebody had to have a sense of humor to put that together. But so going to be fun and for you got a ton of volleyball this weekend after beating some teams' tails last night. You got a whole weekend of probably going to do the same thing.
2 matches last night before getting back home. That was nice that we weren't too far away in Dawson County. 2 more tomorrow and then 4 Saturday. And then, that's going to be the weekend.
When's the outdoor game?
Outdoor game is not until we get into next month.
Okay.
So, but
that's so cool.
I will also say high school football in earnest getting going this week as well.
Yeah.
So everybody who has family or planning on games, whether you're getting to do the special Thursday, most everyone playing on Friday or Saturday, that's fun too. And as a community station, we acknowledge you.
Yes, we do.
Because high school football is fun.
So much fun. I don't know that there's another station, another company that does as much with high school football as this one.
Yeah, if you were to listen to our sister station, 680 The Fan, they're one of the only in the Southeast that does a live high school football show and covers the entirety of the state, recruiting, the big matchups. And it's a friend of ours, Brandon Joseph, who anchors much of that coverage or calls a lot of the games. And so between that, and then we have our own football man in the Go Bear.
That's right.
Who is now? I saw your announcement, the Go Bear. So we got some more obligations to Kennesaw State.
It's gonna be a busy fall. So I'll be traveling all road games with them. Home games that we're not broadcasting, like our specific broadcasters aren't doing the game. So it's a CBS game or an ESPN game where they send in their talent. I'll be doing play-by-play for radio.
There you go.
Isn't
man.
that cool?
Yeah, it's so good. That's. So, I mean, because that's the path, that's your ultimate goal,
yeah,
right?
that's the goal. But I will say sports radio and sports talk radio, and especially yesterday was a really cool day
Holy
that we'll
smokes.
get to in a second. But days like yesterday, makes you really like the radio business. So I'm trying to balance a lot.
Yeah, when you get that kind of love and that kind of acknowledgement, I just wanted to make sure that you got some flowers
Definitely.
around here
I
for
appreciate
that.
it.
That's important. As I've told you before, the only thing I fear in this business is play-by-play. So the fact that you do it, so aptly, I'm like, I'm so glad somebody can in this building. I'm glad somebody can on this radio show.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, it's going to be busy. So I got football. I'll be doing volleyball. I did soccer last Sunday, and then men's and women's basketball as well.
Good.
Down the road, when you're with a minor league team and then eventually a major league team, one of these days you'll look back on it and you'll explain to other young people, yes, I started by doing soccer and volleyball, and you'll get to tell that story. And somebody's going to look at you and they'll be like, well, how'd you do that? And you'll be like, I don't know. It's always the same answer.
Yeah.
How'd you get to that point? I really don't know.
Hard work.
Yeah, but there's always some luck involved.
Oh, yeah,
And
definitely.
There's always some weird luck involved. And I think about
I agree with that.
within this building, if you were on social media, any of our social media accounts, whether it was Xtra, whether it was The Fan, whether you were on Facebook, the end of the show down the hall, Chuck and Chernoff after 25 years, I was just surprised how that was trending nationally even last night.
Yeah, it was big time.
That was pretty cool.
I saw it everywhere. You couldn't open social media and not see it. Now, and it makes you wonder because we're connected to it, and you're connected to all the people that are tagged in it. If there's something that would show you that, but for it to pop up nationally tells you that it was even bigger than that, because that was. Originally, that was my expectation. I was like, I guess I'm seeing this because I'm connected to most of these people as follow them, they follow me. Whatever.
That's what I thought until I got on X and saw on the national feed.
And you're like, whoa, wow.
And it's always fed to you based on how many people are talking about it.
Yeah.
And to see, and actually, I was getting text messages from guys that I talk to once every 5 years. And the amount of love that was being talked about with that radio show and how much it mattered to people. To have like a small portion of that for the better part of it, in my case, let's see, it was like 05, 06, all the way to 08, and then again from 2011, basically full time to 2021, 2022, right around in that area. That was cool. It was cool. I didn't know how to really respond to it. People were texting me like, so is there some sort of dirt here? I'm like, no. was like,
here's what happened.
Here's what's happening. It's like
they've been very transparent about it all.
Chuck Oliver is a guy who has helped build Southern Sports Today, the radio network within this company. It's now 71 affiliates. And Chuck is a guy who's been doing 2 radio shows every day since 2015. And it just got to the point where circumstances be what they may. John Kincaid was available. Chuck was looking to only do 1 show. And it all just fell in place.
What more can you ask for?
That's pretty much it.
And especially with JK, because it was important, I think, to the company to make sure that they got him back in this building.
Yeah, and to pull the curtain back for everyone out there. So in 2020, when everyone was going through the madness of COVID, and especially the media companies, you saw so many of them whenever you turned on, whether it was Fox News or MS Now or CNN, how everyone was broadcasting from home, and certain anchors you weren't seeing. It's because there were furloughs. The revenue, the advertising was not there. So a lot of media companies went through a lot of changes, and one of the things that occurred here was John Kincaid ended up without a position. And so to right that wrong down the road 6 years later, also whenever I talked about, hey, I have a friend of mine who works in Philadelphia, and he's the one, as a Republican voter, who would tell me about what was going on with John Fetterman before Fetterman really had a national profile.
Yep.
That was John.
Yeah.
John was the one who actually was way ahead on what was going on between Fetterman and Dr. Oz.
Yeah. He's really dialed in. He's a smart guy and has overcome so much. And I don't know how much of that he's made public. I know some of it.
Very public. 3-time cancer survivor.
Yeah.
In fact, the last bout,
dude.
And I remember talking to him while he was almost done with his treatment. As he put it, had he gotten this form in previous years, it would have killed him. And to know that even when he wasn't here, every year our company raises money for Leukemia Lymphoma Society. And John would always come on the radio station because he was so adamant about the money that goes to that organization and then the research they do. And as they explained to John, this money that has come into these organizations is what's furthered the research. It's not done by Big Pharma. It's done by us, okay? Like, we're the ones who donate the money.
Your donations.
Yes, you out there. And so John, as he put it, the only reason he survived is because of the kindness of other people that have followed up and allowed this sort of research. And so getting him back here is a really cool thing. But to see all the conversation last night was incredible.
Yeah. And another thing I would just piggyback on that about JK is he is, in the gym. He's keeping himself healthy too, which is something I think you and I, at least talk about, discuss, and do. I was not always that way. I didn't always love it. And now there was something that Kirby Smart said that I thought that I challenge myself with every day.
I love how it comes back to Kirby Smart, and because he fires you up every time.
Dude, it's so great because he was like, you choose your hard.
Yeah.
Do you, and I'll make this connection to JK in just a second. You choose. Do you get in the gym and do something that maybe you don't want to do or don't enjoy doing? Or do you suffer from the consequences of not doing it? You choose your hard. And that was so inspiring and encouraging, along with a guy that I work out with, John Hanrahan, who is a All-American at Penn State, whom I love, is a great guy, has been so encouraging. So that combination of that quote from him and then John, and then to look at John Kincaid, because he talked about it, he said, my doctor told me, had I not been in pretty good shape, it would have killed me.
So we always talk about having to have like hard conversations and hard discussions. And at times, like, I call this audience the 1%. You are plugged in. You know what's going on in this world. When that discussion starts at the cubicle, in the truck, wherever it is, you know more about stuff than most other people do. And that requires you to have that kind of buy-in, that kind of mentality. And at times it's hard. But I'll take it back to what Kirby Smart says. If you choose easy, hard will find you.
Yeah, that's right. It's such a great line.
And that's the way, like, I go about my day is oftentimes, all right, what's the right way to do this? What's the easy way? Well, I want to do it the right way.
Yeah.
Because when you do it the easy way,
yep,
that's when the problems happen all the time.
And I was so guilty of it, dude, for so long. I was guilty. And I don't say that. I want you to realize I don't say that to say, hey, look at me, look how good I'm doing. Please don't think I'm saying that. I'm hoping I encourage someone that feels the same way to just get up and do something. It doesn't matter, and it can be something really simple as Los even talks about putting a weighted vest on and taking a walk through the neighborhood. It could be as simple as that, and then you graduate to whatever the next thing is, and you choose your hard. You get to make that choice. Don't let something out of your control choose it for you.
All right, extras, I want you to look at me. Hopefully our YouTube crowd is starting to kind of build in the morning, so thank you, extras. I just want you to know this. You just got that speech, that talking to, from a man who has 1 foot out the door and is already thinking about the beach.
Let's go. Hey, let me tell you, though.
You choose your hard. He's going to the beach.
Yeah, that's right. Now you get the gym. Damn it. No, I went to the gym Monday and Tuesday because I usually do Wednesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Friday, or whatever later in the week. I usually do. But since I'm going to be out of town, I went yesterday and Monday just to make sure. And then, when we get down there, something I've never done on vacation is, you go on walks on the beach.
Go walk on the beach.
Yeah, but I've never been, been focused on exercise on a vacation week. So hopefully,
I'm going to get you a weighted vest for Christmas.
I'm telling you,
or your
man.
birthday, and then I'm going to let you walk your neighborhood. You go on that walk with that sweet wife of yours.
Yep.
And then you'll text me, "I hate you." You are an awful person.
Yeah, that's right.
This is what you got me.
I think I've done like a 2-mile walk with a weighted vest on.
2-mile walk with
it's tough.
And our neighborhood is hilly.
And it's not, again, 2-mile walk, it's not crazy. Yeah, I think a lot of times you can get it done, 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
Yep.
You put that weight on, ooh,
boy,
it's a lot more work.
You'll be sweating.
You will feel it.
Yeah, it's I can't even say it.
But before we get into the Braves,
yes,
can we also point out the one piece of good news that we got yesterday when it came to the saga of David Morenz?
Yep.
All right, so if we've covered this story quite well, I believe. Now, this is the person who was associated with Dr. Anthony Fauci, and he was the one that when the federal indictment came down, it was for destroying federal records. And it was for being the guy who helped cover up the discussion of the lab leak and some of the information that was going on. And we said, maybe you'll start getting some of the people around Anthony Fauci. All right, first shoe is dropped. He's pled guilty, destroying federal records. And whether or not he starts singing like a bird, we'll see. But there's one of them.
Absolutely. Just a little bit of.
And by the way, you won't hear about any of this in the news.
No, they're never.
Not at all.
Never going to talk about it at all. I mean, we had the story yesterday of the Marin character from ABC News. Is it Terry Marin?
Terry Moran.
That talked about how, Dr. Fauci was able to just stop a story in its tracks. That's the kind of power that he wielded. And he went on to say, because I happened to go back and just, what else did he say other than that? Because I felt like we beat him up pretty good, and he deserved it. But he talked about how the media itself is so hard left, and there's not anybody that they allow to have a difference of opinion. And that's why you have things like this. The fact that this story today will get no coverage is exactly what he's talking about. So I give him credit for pointing out there's not a variety of opinions in a newsroom.
So I wanted to bring this up, and I'm going to make it because in the 8 o'clock hour, long tease, be ready, 4-hour club, you're going to get some fun in the 8 o'clock hour. We have a movie quiz for Tug that
They're
we're
going
into.
to put me in the movies.
Did you ever see The Departed?
The Departed.
Okay, great movie.
I don't think so.
All right, so Jack Nicholson, basically, he's playing a character that is modeled after Whitey Bulger, the
I did
gangster.
not see it, but I know it. I do know the movie.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, there's a scene when they find out he's a federal informant because Whitey Bulger basically worked with the FBI. Even when he was a gangster, the FBI allowed him to operate as a gangster because he would feed them information. And in the scene, and this is dramatized when he's been shot and, they're trying to decide what's going to happen to him, he explains, I only gave up people that were going down anyway. I feel like the media works in that way.
Yeah.
They won't turn on you until they feel like there is nothing here and now's the time for this person to go down. It's the only time they're going to give you up.
Swalwell. the reporting on him.
Not until it's over with, not until the usefulness is done.
They knew it the whole time.
And oftentimes,
so did the Democrat Party.
If it's going to hurt the party, if it's going to, now that things have changed with the communists and the socialists, if it's going to hurt the revolution, that's when you start to find out a little bit more. I mean, we talk about, Francesca Hong and all the stuff that started coming out in the end. It's because they're looking at her going, she can't win into general. Yeah, we're going to talk about her not liking Thanksgiving. Yeah. Now we're going to talk about all these issues that this woman has.
And at some point when they get asked about being biased, because it always comes up just a few times a year, it'll come up. And they'll point to that. See, we reported on that.
Like John Ossoff, they still won't mess with some of the stuff. When it was Graham Plattner, and they knew he was going down, that's when suddenly, hey, did you know that he has a Nazi tattoo? Do you know that he said that if somebody broke into his girlfriend's home, he would rape them, but not in a gay way? It's when they're going down is when they give you up.
That's absolutely right. And the Democrat Party works the exact same way. I would have been to the Republican Party, too, really. The establishment.
So there you go. Now you have to watch The Departed at some point.
I know. Yeah, it looks so good. And a great cast, too.
Oh, it's huge. It's
got a ton of vacation time to do it.
I'll be at the beach. I ain't watching nothing. I might listen to a podcast or two. As I'm sitting there on the beach, might
I sent you one from 5 years ago. Yeah. You still have not told me anything about it. It featured Brett Weinstein that you were talking glowingly about. And I'm like, I sent you a podcast with him on it.
I know. He's never going to
It's his Dark Horse podcast.
He's never going to live that down. He's like, I was told. It's like an angry father scolding.
I've only sent you like 4 podcasts ever in our entire friendship and relationship, and like 3 of them you're like, yeah, that was cool. Yeah. This one you're like, I'll get around to it. Oh my god, thank you, Kimmer, fake Kimmer.
Right. Me, Kimmer. 6 o'clock hours brought to you by Subaru of Gwinnett. Talkmaster Nail Bortz on your radio next.
Xtra 106.3 is Atlanta's home for NASCAR, and we have live races every weekend from across the country. Check out Xtra1063.com for the full schedule and join us this weekend for live NASCAR action.
Calling all hunters, hikers, and anglers. Join the Braves for hunting and fishing night, Saturday, October 29th. Score a Chipper Jones Real Tree APX Camo replica jersey giveaway. Plus, our partners at the Georgia Department of Natural Resources are bringing the outdoors to Truist Park with live reptiles, a massive aquarium display, inflatable archery, hunting license sales, and more fun for the whole family. Get your tickets now at Braves.com/hunting and fishing. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
I'm so sick of all these cheesy lawyer billboards. You might be too. If you're injured in a car crash, you don't hire a lawyer because they're sweet or strong or the biggest. You hire a lawyer who is recognized by their peers as one of the top lawyers in the state. You hire a lawyer who's going to listen to you, fight for you, and has the case results to prove it. That lawyer is me, Bruce Hagan, the people's lawyer. I've been proudly selected by my fellow lawyers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state for 21 consecutive years as Georgia's super lawyer. Hagan-law.com, Hagan-law.com.
Don't believe this nonsense you see on TV commercials about how uncomfortable a CPAP mask is. Take it from me. You wear one, especially the nasal pillow I use, for one night, and you will fight anybody that tries to take it away from you. But if they do take it away from you, you can get more at cpapsetc.com, cpapsetc.com, with a store in Alpharetta, same-day shipping. To your health, cpapsetc.com.
Cozy Earth's mission is to transform the time that matters most, your sleep, into the most comfortable part of your day. Sleeping in a cooler environment offers several scientifically supported benefits. Studies show that cooler temperatures promote the natural release of melatonin. This leads to a faster sleep onset, better mood regulation, and significantly improved sleep quality. That is exactly why Cozy Earth's premium sheets are just such a game changer. Tanya and I love the sheets in the heat of Florida or here at the ranch. These sheets give our bed the luxurious feel and comfort for a great sleep. Made from viscose from bamboo, they naturally wick away heat and moisture from your body. They're temperature regulating, helping everybody sleep several degrees cooler to completely eliminate the risk of night sweats. So try them out, completely risk-free. Cozy Earth has a 100-night sleep trial, and every set is built to last with a 10-year warranty. Head to CozyEarth.com right now. Use the promo code BECK, get 20% off. That's code BECK, 20% off, and you get a post-purchase survey. Make sure you mention you heard about Cozy Earth right here.
The stories that matter matter to you. These are your Georgia headlines.
It's Wednesday, August 19th, and here are your headlines. Tuesday's primaries delivered a mixed night for President Trump as his endorsed candidates scored big wins in Florida and Wyoming, but Trump did take some losses as the Socialist Democrat Angie Nixon pulled off a major upset in Florida's Senate primary, defeating Alexander Vindman despite being dramatically outspent. And in Wyoming, voters rejected Trump's choice for governor. A major human trafficking operation in Georgia has helped recover 11 missing children. Attorney General Chris Carr says the operation led to the indictment of 36-year-old Eric Gordon, who is accused of trafficking a 16-year-old girl in Fulton County. And finally, Home Depot is facing calls to ditch flock license plates readers at its stores. Critics want the Atlanta-based realtor to prevent ICE from using its parking lots or stores for immigration enforcement. Home Depot says it does not participate or coordinate immigration action. Another day here in Atlanta with warmer weather with a high of 87 and a low of 73. Your Xtra 106.3 headlines. I'm Price Gobert.
Now we've done it. Now we've asked for something that we can't take back, and that is Neil Morris, the Talkmaster. You never know what he's going to say. I've got a little list of things that Neil wants to get into.
Which one do we start with first?
No. Start with this. Try to make a picture of somebody complaining about government interference in their lives after they've turned their kids over to the government to be educated.
Well, sorry, Neil,
now
that's
what the hell kind of sense does that make?
Because that's what I can afford to do, Mr. Bus Man, Mr. Plane Man. Yeah. Sorry,
Look,
not everybody can afford to send their kids to a private school, especially when the private schools now in the area of Atlanta are running as high as $40,000. I have two. Tell me where I'm going to find the $80,000 to send. Exactly. I'm not going to. This is my interaction with the government that I have to put up with.
Oh, yeah. This interaction with the government is horrible. But in my case, I knew a lady that worked in broadcasting in Atlanta. She was doing traffic. Now, some people don't know what traffic is, but it's not what you'd call the highest place job at a radio or TV station. Am I correct?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay. So she, as a single mother, still managed to make sure that her child never spent a damn day in a government school, and her kid ended up at Annapolis.
Good spot to be.
Working for the government.
And then later on, flying F-18s
for the government.
Carrier decks.
For the government.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure we're clear. Hey, you're right, and so am I.
So, and listen, did I send? Yeah, because I wasn't as aware of what an immense episode of child abuse it is to send your kid to the government to be educated,
and indoctrinated. The whole thing. And I think a lot of this, because we deal with this all the time. My kids are very much into history, and I find that oftentimes, depending on the class, there has to be that discussion at home and that additional information that's given to them to say, this is the version they're giving you, but here is the complete version, and now hopefully they'll go the right way.
You see, you're administering an antidote. Good for you.
Have to.
But most of these, I see these videos when school starts of these mothers dancing on the front lawn after their kid gets on a loser cruiser.
I've never heard that version.
Finally they're out of my hair.
Yep, I've seen those too. Though I hate those videos like that. I don't like seeing. Not that my kid didn't drive me crazy once in a while over the years. He did, but you're right.
It's okay to backhand them.
Well, right, and once in a while I had to do that. It only took about 2 or 3 times, and then things really turned around.
Tug would reach for his belt buckle, and his son knew.
And by the way, nobody has an expectation of privacy, on public land.
What led you to that?
I like flock cameras.
Oh, do you? Okay. There are some people that do. I gotta tell you, man, I get really frustrated when I get sent a ticket. And most of the time we're learning, not most of the time, at least half the time we're learning that these flock cameras are not even right. Like there's one up here in Smyrna. I have seen that thing flashing because, it takes the picture and everybody's sitting still at the red light. Nothing's turned yet, and the thing's still flashing.
Maybe it's just reading license plate numbers.
Yeah, well, right. Yeah. But why would that be necessary?
Because there might be a felon in one of those cars. Maybe a child rapist.
Yeah, I know that's the extreme view of it for sure. But you don't think that that's being used in more ways than that?
Oh yeah,
of course. But you're willing to give that up?
No.
As a libertarian, I'm really surprised by that.
Well, listen. I have disappointed more people than you, pal.
It's not even a disappointment. I'm just surprised at that take.
You don't deserve, you should not expect privacy when you're in public, okay? I'm sorry. But your privacy is when you're in your home or among your own friends at a restaurant, a private restaurant, or what have you. But in public, what happens if we have a society where everybody can demand privacy in public? I may be in public, but you can't look at me, and you can't ask me any questions, and you can't ask me to identify myself if I'm misbehaving or what have you, because I have my privacy rights. I love, I'm addicted, and this is hard to admit, to these stupid police videos on the internet.
The ones where they have to chase people down.
Or the pullovers when somebody starts getting a little silly in the car.
Yeah, well, I'm just addicted to them.
I love them.
And I love these. The cops pull somebody over. Driver's license, registration, insurance. I know my rights. I don't have to give you... And the sovereign citizens are particularly entertaining.
Yes, they are.
So, anyway, but you guys hit a home run with this testosterone and Democrats. That was wonderful.
I was shocked, Neil, because when I initially read about it, I went, that can't possibly be real. And then sure enough, there was the 2011 study and the background and how those people that identify as Democrat, especially if they're kind of, for lack of a better term, wishy-washy Democrats, when given additional testosterone, they move away from the Democrat Party.
It's perfect. You couldn't have made up a better scenario than that. I think maybe you missed something about why the real strong, dedicated Democrats don't show any difference when you add testosterone. And that's because it's a chemical that they're totally unused to.
That's right.
What is this in my body?
They've had no previous experience with it, and you have to have a measurable amount of testosterone to find out whether or not it's increased, and they don't. So, but I love that study. I can't wait to use it on a couple of people I know.
I need to get me some of that gel to rub on.
And it actually got republished in Brain and Behavior in 2025, the original 2011 study. And to go through it and to see the amount of change that some people had when given additional testosterone, this wasn't even like injectable. It was a gel. So imagine if there was people that actually got real testosterone therapy.
Yeah, no. Hey, Tug, check your email.
I did. I saw that incredible Prevo. Or Prevo.
Prevo.
Yeah, Prevo. Well, look.
Say it like you can afford it. We have to pretend.
I cannot. But I've seen a whole bunch of country music stars ride them.
That is why we had to come out. Look, I didn't want to be back in Southwest Florida until the end of September, August and September. But I saw that thing show up on the internet, and I knew the company that built it and is selling it. And I said, how about an even swap? And that even swap then led to a conversation, and all of a sudden we're on the way back to South Florida to trade in the Bortz Bus 4 for Bortz Bus 5.
Holy smokes, dude. I'm looking, I was showing Los this too.
It's gorgeous.
Kind of looking at the inside and the cabin. This thing's unbelievable. I've been on a couple of tour buses.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't. And as nice as they
look
are,
like that, do
yeah.
they?
I mean, I was on Kenny Chesney's bus one time down at the Georgia Dome. It's been years ago, and Kenny's bus was real nice, and it wasn't even in the same ballpark as that, Neil.
You know, I know there's a company in Atlanta, and I'm not going to mention their name because they probably wouldn't appreciate it. But they have a lot of tour buses that they lease out to bands and what have you.
Yep.
You lease out one of these tour buses to a band, and they do
give a rip.
Not give a damn about it. They have received those things back with drumsticks stuck into the pneumatic slide mechanisms, and it's terrible the way people treat them. So I put something on Facebook the other day that was rather cryptic.
Okay.
I feel like I saw this, and I refresh my memory.
I said, if you're ever traveling east on Interstate 70.
Yep.
And you cross from Kansas. No, wait a minute. You cross from Arkansas. No. You cross from Oklahoma into Arkansas. I think that was it.
I got it in front of me. Can I read it to you?
Yeah, read it.
If you ever cross from Oklahoma into Arkansas on I-40 in the dark at mile marker 27, look up at the sky. You can thank me later. I saw this when you posted it. I'm like, what in the world is he talking about?
Oh, it was almost a transformational experience.
But why?
What? Yeah.
Okay, it's I don't really talk about my Christian faith all that much.
I wish you did talk about it more.
No, I just don't.
Okay.
But anyway, up floating in the sky over I-70 at 4 o'clock in the morning. See, we drove 2,400 miles in 5 days. We had to pick them up and lay them down. And,
well, you were.
But anyway, was this brilliantly lit cross floating in the sky. And it seemed like it was floating in the sky. And it affected Donna so deeply, she actually got tears in her eyes.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And it affected me but I can't cry and drive at the same time.
Well, there's a band called Driving and Crying. You should give it a try.
Yeah, there is. I always like to sleep at the wheel.
Another good one.
Yeah, that's more me than crying and
driving. Driving and crying. Okay, I love it. But no,
anyway,
that's cool, and you'd never seen that before.
I'd never. Listen, it is. I hate to say it, but it might be worth the drive, and then you just kind of wait. Make sure you do that at about 4 o'clock in the morning and oh, wow. And then not an hour later, the sun came up, and the sun came up directly in front of me on the expressway. I tell you guys, it was the size of a beach ball. It was like it was taking up almost the entire horizon.
That's amazing. I would love to see it. I wish you'd have grabbed a picture. I'm trying to do a Google search for one now.
The next time I'm driving along with 26 tons and a car behind me and I see something like that, I'm going to just reach over, grab my camera, and take a picture.
I'd be so grateful, Neil, if you could do that.
I appreciate your safety. Tug clearly does not.
No, because I want to see this. This is what the Google search turned up. A large cross visible to travelers. I-40, Western Arkansas, privately owned landmark near Ozark, Arkansas.
Yep.
If you meant the famous monument, I guess famous. So there's a bunch of people that have posted about what you're talking about.
But you can't find a picture of it.
Well,
you can find a picture of it at day, but you can't find a picture of what it looks like in the middle of the night.
Right? Yeah. No. And I'm looking at the picture of it during the day, but you're right. Nothing even close to it. That's awesome.
And people, come on, boards, get off of it. I don't want to hear it.
I don't care what those people say.
It's like
I love it.
I tell this to Tug on a regular basis. If you're ever heading I-75 north, just north of Adairsville, mile marker 310, look to the right and salute. Because that's Buc-ee's, and that's really what Tug is all about.
I thought that. And by the way, speaking of I-75, what the hell happened to the giant peanut?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Is it gone?
Yeah.
Huh.
Those devils. Probably the government.
The giant peanut. And, we, this is just so fascinating for the listeners. I lost a steer tire on this trip.
What's a steer tire? I don't know what that is.
That's a tire that steers you.
Well, that seems problematic.
Yeah, that seems like a real... Did the bus flip?
No, but we were driving along, and all of a sudden, Donna and I heard thumpa, 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 thumpa. I said, that's not the road, honey. That's a tire. So we pulled off into a truck stop. Truck stops used to intimidate me, but no longer. But anyway, we pulled off. I went to the tire shop. I need you to look at this. Well, we're about to close. You're number 2 on the list for the morning. I said, okay, fine. So we pulled over into the truck stop there and went to sleep. Woke up in the morning. Then the technician knocked on the door. He said, let's go for a ride. Test this thing. Donna went into the cafe, and we're going down the street, I-70 again, Salina, Kansas.
I've been there before.
Have you been
when
to
I was
Salina?
15.
What a garden spot. Good God. But anyway, I'm saying, if this tire doesn't start making this noise again, I'm never going to find out what the problem is. And then all of a sudden, kablooey.
Oh.
It blew out?
And then you hear the flappity, floppity, floppity, floppity.
And the guy was like, well, I know what to fix now.
Oh, listen, this guy was amazing. As we're doing this road test, he's telling me about how many times he's been in prison.
Well,
but he's turned his life around, and now he's with Neil
and
Boards.
why he can't own a firearm anymore.
Well.
And how long his hair was. And I'm thinking, oh, great, I'm out here alone with this guy.
But how did everything turn out? You're still alive, so that
I had
tells
to get towed.
Well, yeah, but I mean, with old boy, you're still alive, so I assume Los is right. He turned his life
Everything
around.
was fine. No damage to the bus. Had to get towed. And finding these tires, there was one of these tires in the entire state of Kansas. And it was in Wichita, and had to send a courier down there and get it and bring it back and blah. But everything was fine. But I tell you, I learned a lot about tires on those hot roads in these 105, 6 degree days. If a tire is overinflated, isn't this fascinating? If a tire is overinflated, it's just going to kind of wear funny.
Okay.
If it's underinflated, it'll kill you.
I'm also fascinated by just the idea that all of this actually worked out for you at the hands of an ex-felon.
I know it.
That the guy clearly took care of you.
Okay, question.
Yes, sir.
Oh, by the way, can we have a moment of silence for all the Mangianistas out there?
Sure. You want to count it off?
Well, you know what Mangianistas are.
I'm not familiar.
These stupid, ditzy women with their nose jewelry and their tattoos that all they wanted to do to make their life completely fulfilled was to give Luigi Mangione a wax job.
Yeah.
And
losers.
And oh my God,
I don't
losers.
know. I don't know what it is, Neil, because I know that when there's athletes with tattoos and you go after them, and I don't have a tattoo and I don't specifically care for them, but the nose ring, I am immediately with you. As soon as I see it, I don't care how beautiful she is. Out. I don't know why.
Nobody has ever had their appearance enhanced by nose jewelry.
Agreed.
Nobody ever. And I'm not a fan of the I especially hate the tattoos when some woman has a great looking pair of legs and she starts putting Day of the Dead stuff on it.
Yeah, I can't get with that either.
But anyway.
And I have a tattoo. I got it in the Navy. Now I'm deciding if I want to have it taken off. That was the discussion my wife and I actually recently had.
And what is it?
I haven't decided yet. Because
what is the tattoo?
Oh, it's just a sunshine.
We call it a Grand Platinum.
No, we do not. No, we don't, Neil. No, it's just a sunshine. When I was in the Navy, I worked in a dark room.
It was a Totenkopf, and then he replaced it with a sun.
No, it's not. Love's lying. Love's lying.
No, he's got a sun.
Yeah,
I worked in a dark room
in the Combat Information Center aboard USS.
That's a CIC. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. And so we were in there, and we worked 12-hour days in there, and so it was dark and cold all the time. And I'm a guy that loves being outside. And I was like, I'm gonna get me a sunshine tattoo. I was young. I was in the Navy.
Well, now it all depends on where you got it.
Just on my shoulder. Just yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So no, I didn't get it on my backside or anything.
We had a lady that worked over at SB, which is for sale, by the way.
That's
again,
saw that story this week.
Oh boy! But she had a tattoo. I've told you this before, of the Starship Enterprise.
I don't remember you telling me that, because I would have giggled about that. That sounds real.
Well, you had just started to giggle. The Starship Enterprise on her butt.
On her
butt.
Okay, yeah, because I do vaguely
now
remember.
You remember.
Yes, but help me.
And then she would show it to you in a heartbeat, and then you'd say, "Why the Starship Enterprise?" And she'd look at you dead serious, and she'd say, "To boldly go where no man has gone before."
She had that ready to go.
Oh, dude, that's the worst bar joke of all time.
Oh, no, I know worse.
Okay, well, maybe the worst one we can get away with.
Sadly, she passed away, but she was a totally delightful lady.
Well, that's good news.
Well, since you have an in with the man in the corner office with DD, would there not be some sort of symbolic fun if he was to make a purchase of a radio station in town. And
I was thinking of that.
Right back on it.
I was. In fact, I almost messaged him yesterday.
Yes.
Hey, David, it's for sale again.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and buy it? Would that be poetic justice?
Yes, it would. That would be so great. It would be so great. But
and Lord knows he has the money.
Well, yeah. But I don't think the thing is, and this is just my speculation of thinking. Los and I have talked about it, because with everything kind of moving in a digital direction, like how much do you want to spend on that? I think in the short term, yes, very beneficial. But as everything kind of moves to digital, you have to be smart about it.
I think about like Neil with Starlink. Even in the remote places in the world, he can get the programming he wants. That's what's changed now so much now.
There was not one place we visited on this trip, which was about 6,000 miles. Not one place where I couldn't pick up Starlink.
Yeah, anything you want, any of the programming that you want at this point is accessible anywhere in the world.
Yeah, it depends. It's kind of weird. My chosen streaming service on Starlink is YouTube TV.
Okay.
There's also Hulu, which streams all of the ABC content and what have you. But things are starting to get a little weird. Donna likes to watch CBS Sunday Morning.
Okay.
And she so all of a sudden they stopped. You could watch it live, but you could not watch it. They wouldn't record it and play it later for you. Things are just kind of, I don't understand. It's fleshing itself.
You know what is weird about it? You now have these streaming companies that are securing rights in a way that I guess we didn't anticipate 7 or 8 years ago. And so, I think YouTube TV is a great product.
Me too.
The only reason I have Hulu for my live stream is because my wife likes the archive to where she can go back and watch any of the CBS, ABC, NBC shows that she misses.
Yeah.
And so we have DirecTV stream, and mainly because the Braves are on there, and I can watch the Braves. That's the reason I have it.
I miss Freddie.
Yeah. Did you see the spill that he took last week where he fell down the stairs?
No, but I've fallen downstairs. So he's there now, huh?
So so Freddie goes, playing for the Dodgers. They're in L.A. He's running towards the opposing team's dugout. And there's normally about 4 or 5 steps. Well, he reaches into the dugout to try and make the catch, and he fell a good 4 or 5 steps just right onto his side. And it was a pretty nasty fall for Freddie Freeman.
Did it stun him pretty good?
I would imagine so.
Yeah, he came out of the game.
Yeah.
You know, I could be viewed by some people as being kind of old.
Nah.
Yeah. And I mean, right now, I don't fall, but I am constantly aware of the bad consequences of a fall.
Yes, sir.
And so I don't go skipping downstairs like I used to. I actually have a hand hovering over a handrail. Said, I think it would really suck to fall down these stairs.
Do you have an OS handle in your shower or your bath?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Smart.
That's very, I'm big with my parents. I'm like, hey, I know that you think it's like some form of surrender. No, this is smart.
Yeah, it's just being safe.
It absolutely is. As a matter of fact, yesterday we spent most of the day going over the new coach. Okay, we want this, we want this, we want this. And I want a grab bar in the shower.
Yep.
I mean, think about taking my wife back there taking a shower while I'm on the road.
Yeah, you would never know. You'd just be driving. You would never know.
And if you hit a bump, that changes the dynamic as you're standing in a shower.
And of course, one of the most important things, I said, okay, now right here at this breakfast bar, if you want to call it that, I need an Ethernet female connection right there.
Oh, to plug right in so you can do the show, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
perfect.
And Mike is never going to get this little device back he gave me.
I think it
is a game changer. Like I remember from years ago, the way all the broadcasts sound now, it's studio quality that you have on the bus.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And the first bus back in whenever the hell that was.
Well, if you're on 6 now, that's been a minute.
5.
Oh, 5, sorry.
In fact, it's got on the internet, when I first saw the video, it was called 50 Shades of White.
Yeah, right. The video that you sent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just going to call it Mighty Whitey.
There you go.
Are you going to put a lightning bolt across this one too?
Taking care of business lightning fast, maybe on the back.
TCB.
That's right.
People don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Little Elvis reference.
Yes, anybody that's an Elvis fan knows. And if you don't, look it up.
Anybody know how Devontae Matthews is this morning?
I
do not know.
Yeah, but I'd love to get a full report.
Well, he's a police officer that got shot.
Oh, my.
Atlanta police.
Okay.
I think he's doing okay. I hope so. But anyway, once again, in the AJC digital thing this morning, once again, his relatives are saying he was having a mental health. It's automatic.
Mm-hmm.
It's automatic. Somebody goes and shoots up somebody, kills somebody. It's always because they're having a mental health I can say this, mental health episode. I'm so tired of hearing about all these mental health episodes. Lock the bastards up.
I tell you, I think that's the scapegoat for a lot of things.
It really is.
And the problem is it's such a gray area. It seems like it's easy to disguise. Hey, I'm going to break the law, and then when I do it, I'm going to claim that I'm having a mental breakdown, and everybody's going to treat me with childlike, love and sympathy.
I'll just say, no, I was just having a mental health episode.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to take my meds.
Yeah.
What meds? My Viagra.
Yeah, well, and now I'm definitely having a mental health episode because I can't get things to go the way they're supposed to.
I mean, it's the automatic excuse. And then I did a commentary. I'm still steamed about this. Did you ever see the video of the corpulent lady who attacked her manicurist because she wouldn't accept an EBT card for payment?
I missed that.
Yeah. She tried to pay for a manicure with her EBT card, food stamps. And when the lady said, we can't do that, you're disrespecting me. And then the attack started. Flailing arms, wigs all over the place, kick, stomp. And then the other one, this kid with black worms all over his head, attacks a school resource officer, which is a fancy name for school cop.
Yes, sir.
And so he's arrested, and his big old fat ass mama shows up in the principal's office talking to the police and everything. Well, if he had been a white boy, you wouldn't have arrested him. And I thought, oh God, oh boy.
Yeah.
So I haven't been very nice today, have I?
Well, I'm enjoying it. I think it's been fun.
Yeah.
Go out to it's I-40, by the way. I-40 into Arkansas. Yeah, wherever it is, from Kansas.
Yeah.
That is transformational if you see that floating in the sky.
I'm jealous of you, Neil. I love stuff like that. So I would have been reduced to tears just like you, put that big lump in my throat as well.
Yeah, well, when Donna was in ICU after her brain hemorrhage, I went in a little chapel and was praying, and I saw the angels. But that was nothing like this cross floating in the sky. Good Lord.
Jeez, Neil.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That is.
Well, in high school, they thought I was going to be a preacher.
No, I did not know.
How do we not know this?
That's last. You've never brought that up with us.
No, that was the convention. He's going to be a preacher. But like Brother Dave says, well, I was. The only difference was I was preaching for it.
Neil Mortz, the Talkmaster on the new Mortz bus. It's always good to catch up with you, man. We love you.
Be good.
Yes, sir, we will, or we'll do our best to. 6 o'clock hour is brought to you by Subaru of Gwinnett. When we come back, John Ossoff. Well, he's got to turn to that same old tired song and dance. You'll recognize it as soon as you hear it. You're going to go, oh, and then roll your eyes. Next on Extra.
Extra 106.3 Sports, powered by 680 The Fan.
Good morning. Here are your sports headlines for Wednesday, August 19th. The Atlanta Braves dropped their second game in Minnesota last night to the Twins as the bats have gone cold. 4-1 the final. The Braves do close out the 3-game series this afternoon, looking to avoid a sweep. It'll be A.J. Smith-Shawver coming to the rotation to make the start. He'll be opposed by Taj Bradley. First pitch is set for 1:40 this afternoon. You can hear all the game action on our sister station, 680 The Fan, and for free on the Fan app. From the NFL, the Atlanta Falcons have signed a pass rusher to help with their depth as they have reached a one-year deal with 33-year-old Zadarius Smith. He spent last season with the Philadelphia Eagles. The 11-year veteran has 70.5 career sacks. With your sports headlines, I'm Carlos Medina. Hey, it's Front Office Los with Tom, the honest car guy. Let's talk about the new way to buy a car in 2026. Tell me how you can save clients thousands of dollars in this process.
I got a customer here, Jeff Everhart. I met him today first time because I delivered his 25 model Honda Pilot, fully loaded with only 16,000 miles on it. Jeff, answer Los's question about that one.
It was actually shocking. I mean, you hear the advertisements, you want to believe it, and then when you go through with the sale, and there's no extras, there's no dock fees, there's no storage fees, no transportation fees. The price I was given was the price that I paid plus their honest fee. I did save thousands of dollars, and it was a very quick sale.
Well, we appreciate that.
And did it from my living room.
Did it from your living room.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Hey, I'm a dog. Every day, I dig. Every day, they fill it back in. It's a whole thing. But then my humans called Accent Fence and had a real fence installed. And now, I can't get out. But in the meantime, the family loves it.
Hi, this is Jared with Accent Fence. Secure your yard with wood, vinyl, composite, aluminum, steel, or chain link fence. And right now, we're making it more affordable with no money down financing. Get your free quote today at 770-995-7463 or book online at accentfence.net.
What a season. The boys are giving us plenty to celebrate, but if you've celebrated a little too hard after a win and ended up in jail, you need A Second Chance bail bonds. We handle bonds from the stadium to the city, and in most cases, we can have you or your loved one out in a matter of hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
The walk-off home run, the buzzer beater, the photo finish. That feeling when everything lines up and you get what you need just when you need it. It feels unbelievable in sports, but when it comes to your finances, it makes you feel unstoppable. Visit Truist.com today to see how having the tools you need and a great team by your side can help you take your game to the next level. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, I'm Tom.
And I'm Jerry.
And we are
Tom and Jerry's Roofing.
Yes, that's our real names.
And together, we have 70 years in the roofing industry. But taking care of you and your home is our priority and our passion.
But our other passion is taking care of veterans. And that's why every roof we do gives back to the vets.
That's right, Tom. First, we take care of your roof, and then we take care of the brave men and women who protect us.
So if you have roofing issues, from repairs to replacement, call Tom and Jerry's Roofing and help us give back to America's heroes.
Find us at tomandjerrysroofing.com.
That's tomandjerrysroofing.com.
It's August 19th, and this is your Fox Deli Snapshot. Today is Potato Day. Potato chips, hash browns, baked potatoes, home fries, mashed potatoes, and tater tots. Just some of the ways to enjoy this vegetable that was first grown by the people in South America thousands of years ago. Also on this day in 2020, Apple becomes the first U.S. company to be valued at $2 trillion just 2 years after it reached $1 trillion valuation. The first ever joint military exercise between Russia and China called Peace Mission begins in 2005. Great Britain defeats France by 158 in the only cricket match ever held at the Summer Olympics in 1900. Born on this day in 1946, the 42nd President of the United States, Bill Clinton. Friends actor Matthew Perry, born in 1969.
Say, Ross, when you picture Phoebe living on the street, is she surrounded by the entire cast of Annie?
I'm CJ Papa. That's your Fox Daily Snapshot.
Tug and Los start your day the right way on the Morning Extra.
What's really important, you need to go vote for Tug and Los. Because,
We're running for mornings here.
They got this big voting sign here, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, man, we got to get these guys in.
That's exactly right. We will be here for you every morning.
I'll endorse you guys.
See, there you go.
I want to be your first endorsement.
Let's go, and you
right,
are.
here we go.
There we go. I feel like we've won the day with Rick Jackson here on the Morning Extra on Extra 106.3.
The Morning Extra, 6 to 10 a.m. on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the Extra app.
Byron Donalds could make history. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The Republican congressman wins a primary in Florida, trying to become the state's first black governor.
Tonight, we put aside our differences. Tonight, we are one united Republican Party.
Donalds will face David Jolly, who used to be a Republican in Congress, now a Trump critic who won the Democratic primary for governor. A Democratic socialist scored an upset in Florida. Angie Nixon, who was outspent 16-1, defeated Alex Vindman, who to win the Democratic Senate primary to challenge GOP Senator Ashley Moody.
But progressives did see a loss in the 25th congressional district, where DSA-backed candidate Oliver Larkin failed to prevail against the incumbent Jared Moskowitz. Moskowitz saying in a statement, Democratic voters sent a clear message. I faced a challenge from the DSA. They threw everything at me, and I didn't change who I am or what I believe.
Fox's Madeline Rivera, a Republican congressman, was primaried out. Corey Mills, the 11th House incumbent defeated this year. Mills, who's under an ethics investigation, lost to GOP challenger Ryan Elijah. In Alaska, Democrat Mary Peltola finished first in a Senate primary. Republican incumbent Dan Sullivan was second. They and two others advanced to November in a ranked choice voting contest. Canada is not being hit with big new tariffs this morning.
The president releasing a statement just hours before the tariffs were supposed to take effect, writing on Truth Social. I have paused the 50% tariffs against Canada for a 3-day period based on the fact that Canada and the USA, subject to the finalization of documents, have a deal.
Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer. Stalemate remains in the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump insists it's open and the U.S. controls it.
Immediately after the statement by the president about the Strait of Hormuz, Iranian officials denied the critical waterway is open. Now, the Iranians did launch multiple attacks on vessels there over the weekend.
That's Fox's Trey Yingst. America's listening.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
You may have seen the Bortz billboard all across town. Let everyone know Bortz is back, and his new home is Extra 106.3.
That's a good choice there, Bryce. I like what you're doing. Frank Beard, R.I.P. big boy. The drummer for ZZ Top, the only guy without a beard, has passed. Range.
They got a lot of nice girls.
They got a lot of nice girls out there. God, growing up in Texas,
the ZZ Top was a big deal.
Come on,
yeah.
dude. I mean, they're a big deal everywhere around the world, but where
ZZ
they're
Top
from
was recognized as a Texas rock band.
Dude, that's born and raised. I mean, they wrap themselves in the Texas flag, and I love it.
But a different kind of what came out of Texas after that was much more of, especially in the 90s, like maybe the other ones were like, stuff like Toadies and then like Nixon's. And they played out of Oklahoma, but they played predominantly Dallas. But everyone acknowledged, all right, you got Stevie Ray, you got ZZ Top.
You're right. Absolutely. 2 of the greatest of all time, acts of all time. Obviously, 3 people in ZZ Top. But They're just no better. They were like chameleons, man. They could figure it out. They were that gritty, like LaGrange, which was super gritty and bluesy and, exceptional. But then when the 80s rolled around and everything became big and polished and produced, they were like, okay, we can do that too.
We can do that too.
Sharp dressed man, legs.
So, and this is for Bryce. So, Bryce, this is how big ZZ Top was. When you had a movie franchise, when Back to the Future became as big as it was, and obviously Huey Lewis and having the initial soundtrack, well, they decided they had to go bigger than Huey Lewis for the next couple of movies. They called ZZ Top.
So cool.
So like Double Back.
Yeah. It was such a great song,
it's a great
man.
song,
I love it.
too. But that was
I was trying to look it up. I couldn't remember the name.
That was the song, and that was the band they went to be, all right, we've got a blockbuster. We've got a movie that's going to be massive. Who do we go get? ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Check it out. Double Back. ZZ Top Double Back.
Great tune, man. No doubt about it. And so rest in peace.
Aren't you glad that you work with me of all people?
Absolutely. Of course I am.
These moments where you and I start talking music and you're like, oh, that's weird that he knows that too. And I'm like, yes. And I appreciate when you start going down the world of country music and you and I, because you're the only person that I have in my circle of people that I regularly contact where, like, if I start talking with my wife about classic Texas country, her eyes glaze over and she goes to the fetal position and she's ready to just go to bed.
No.
But not Tug Coward.
No, man.
Tug Coward's my outlet.
I love it, dude. I love it. There's just nothing better. Texas is, well, there's so much great music that has been created out of Texas. And a lot of it is not even necessarily commercially successful. And it's still giant. It's still huge. Great place for music. And ZZ Top was certainly the flag bearer for Texas music.
I just love that you have these certain areas of the country that have, at any one point, depending on the years, delivered their version.
Mm-hmm.
Like we talk about the bands that were out of Athens and the hip-hop scene out of Atlanta and what grunge and rock was in Seattle in the 90s. And you can just bounce from all these different places.
And then Southern rock itself.
Yeah, what Memphis meant, in the 50s and 60s. And it's just so cool when you know the history of that stuff and just to see where, as things evolve, it moved from different scene to different scene and different areas developed a different sound.
I had such a connection to Memphis, Tennessee well before I ever went. I used to go about once a year for probably 10 years in a row for Country Cares for St. Jude Kids Radiothon and spending time in Memphis because I had to get my brother actually passed there at St. Jude. So I had a connection to the city. Mom and Dad used to go there even before I was born. And then you throw in all the things I love, like Sun Records and Beale Street and BB King's, and even down to the the little, like the Peabody Hotel and the Marching of the Ducks and all that. I love Memphis. Memphis is such a great town, and there is so much to see and do there. And finally, now it's kind of coming out because it was in a rough spot there for a little bit. They brought in National Guard, and I think some of that's cleaned up a little bit, which has made it a little safer to go to because people were relatively.
Yeah, you didn't like it.
Yeah, you weren't. Beale Street wasn't a great place to be.
Not kind of the area you wanted to be in.
But there's so much value in what has been created there musically. B.B. King, obviously, just legendary. And Sun Records and what they were able to do, legendary. And the fact that U2 went back there and recorded, their one of their records there. In the Sun Studios, and the drum kit, Adam Clayton's drum kit's still there.
Oh, you're sidetracking me because I do want to talk about When Love Comes to Town.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that song, when that came out with B.B. King, and you're like, okay, that dude has been around for 40 years.
Yeah.
And he's playing with U2.
So great. So great.
So good.
And then for it to be accepted the way it was.
Yeah.
I guess there's no reason for it not to, but sometimes you put stuff like that out there and it doesn't work. That did.
Now, here's the next one for Bryce. I know you're going down the ZZ Top road. Bryce, one of these days I want you to think about the Orlando music scene, and I want you to look into Lou Pearlman.
Oh, wow, yeah. There's documentaries about him and the things he was part of.
Because he can claim to be one of the greatest producers ever, as far as selling records, but know that he had a formula and he was a scam artist.
Yes.
Now, many people in the music business are.
Colonel.
But he wasn't delivering Elvis to you.
Colonel Parker, another scam artist.
You were going to get bye.
Yeah. But you know what?
Did you want it that way?
Yeah.
That's how you were going to get it?
But with having said all that, and he scammed so many people, those bands still sell out. State Farm Arena, they still sell out. Lakewood, they still sell out. Ameris Bank Amphitheater, every time they come to town.
It's Backstreet, and when Backstreet wasn't touring, he rolled in with his next act, which was NSYNC.
And that blew up, and still to this day. I mean, obviously,
he says we're not running out of young girls.
Yeah, and that crave this style of music. And it all started, with the Beatles years and years ago, but New Kids on the Block were the first ones that I remember where girls just lost their ever-loving mind.
Perlman, I believe, at one point was a hot air balloon salesman. So you can't trust him. First off, getting hot air balloons.
Right. I actually talked about your irrational fear of hot air balloons on my little Charleston country show yesterday.
Thank you.
I was like, I got this friend named Carl. He is deathly afraid of hot air balloons.
Won't get in a hot air balloon.
It's funny. It's just too many sidetracks.
Listen, I'll fly to Europe. I'll fly to I went to the Dominican this year. Not getting in a hot air balloon.
No way.
No, sir.
No way.
Is there any documentaries on Lou
Perlman? Yeah,
definitely.
I think there's one on Netflix that's out there.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have to go watch it.
Who created New Kids? It did NKOTB.
Now, for some reason, I think that came together more organically.
Maury Starr.
Whereas Lou Pearlman was basically running a factory in Orlando of which person had to look a certain way.
But it all started with that. And you're right. It was a little more Maury Starr, who also...
Well, don't get me started on Menudo.
Yeah, well, look. Absolutely. Dude, they were giant. That band was giant. I don't even call them
And
band,
as soon as you could... Well, you went
Ricky
through
Martin was in there.
They were like,
"Yep,
you got to go.
We got to cycle you out.
We got to cycle you out. We got to find another young Latin guy to sing."
Ricky Martin was the biggest person to come out of that, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I can't think of anybody else that was bigger than Ricky Martin. Holy cow! But NKOTB, Backstreet Boys,
the boy band Con, the Lou Pearlman story.
There you go.
Is the documentary that you can watch.
You'll love it. It is so revealing how all this stuff works, and it's like a puppet master.
Got a lot of documentaries to watch. Got to watch Monsters of God.
Yeah, which is good.
Chip Crazy still.
New episode tonight. Monsters of God.
There we go. So good. And I love that one. I love that one because I'm fascinated by reptiles. Never as much as these people, but
did you see the second one yet?
I haven't. No.
Okay, so this is why I envy this man. He has two he could watch tonight if he wants to. Even from the beats, that's like something you could put on your phone and go to bed watching.
We're gonna leave it too, but I'm gonna be driving.
Watch it while driving.
What?
Yeah. How do you think I caught up with Game of Thrones? Driving up and down 400.
I see people doing it on 400. I'm not kidding. I see people with their phone. No, Bryce, don't raise your hand. Pretend like you didn't say that.
Sweet Bryce.
You'll be in the rail, dude.
No, I'm not. I'm still focused.
What do you mean you're focused?
I'm listening.
Okay.
And then it's like checking your mirrors every 3 seconds. Just a quick little look at it.
Okay.
Quite honestly, I am much more about the podcast.
Yeah.
And because I have to get to middle school so early to pick up my daughter, if you're not in car line by like 3:30 for a 4:15, so that's where I watch all of these.
Yeah. And then
and sometimes on 400 when you got to catch up with Game of Thrones because the last episodes are coming up.
Oh, man.
I need to watch House of the Dragon still.
That was years ago. I haven't done it in years.
You've matured since then.
That's right. I now know the error of my ways.
That's right. He's not doing it anymore.
I'm like Cousin Brittany when she was doing the adult sites with her ID. I don't do that anymore.
That's right. Cousin Brittany. One of these days, your children are going to ask you about this because it's been promoted so much.
Mama, why do you keep going to these websites?
Mama, why do they ask you for your ID when you go to that website?
Why do you need your ID there?
Honey, I need you to turn your head. That's what my mama used to say when things.
Welcome to the show, Cousin Brittany.
Oh, I love it. Morning Xtra at Xtra 106.3. Let's get to the first thing to know.
Way out west, there's a show, the Morning Xtra, the Morning Xtra. Tug Los, deep in the story, breaking news use us both.
My buddy is, he and his wife are really into line dancing. I feel like that song would be a good line dance song. I mean,
here,
just as a
try this one.
Dude, they have line dances to everything, and I'm telling you, with that beat, there's something there.
Do you know when that one's? Because all these songs are modeled after something else. That's, to me, is how to best use AI to mimic songs.
Yep.
Do you know what that one's from? It's an ad. It's not even a real song.
Really?
Folgers? No, it's not Folgers.
No.
Is it McDonald's?
It's from Jack in the Box, and it was an ad for their mini sirloin burgers.
That's where the mini sirloin title came from.
What do you mean?
So whenever Los sent me it
said mini sirloin.
Mini sirloin. I had no idea what that ever meant.
I didn't. Oh, that's funny. Jack in the Box.
But I used the Spanish version. It was more fun that way.
That's right. We need a Spanish first thing to know song.
You know what? If you get a chance to, one of the returns, Jack in the Box, mini sirloin burgers, Spanish. Because I know I'm throwing a lot at you with ZZ Top and everything else, but you're a talented
I'm caught up
man.
on that. Don't worry.
Okay. Mini sirloin burgers, Jack in the Box. Don't mean to ruin it for everybody, but now you'll know where it came from.
It was the second search on YouTube, by the way.
Thank you. Yes,
I love Spanish music. Dude, the beats are always good. I have no idea what's being said.
Wait till you hear this one.
Yeah, I love it. All right, John Ossoff, he's asking folks if white nationalism belongs in the Senate. I want you to hear what he said, and then we'll go through some of the reasons that this is nuts.
Look, I think in a way, it's tragic that here in Georgia in the year 2026, in some ways, one of the central questions of the U.S. Senate race is whether white nationalism belongs in the United States Senate. We're so much better than this.
So he's obviously talking about Mike Collins. That's who he's referring to. But surely the good senator knows about the Southern Poverty Law Center having to pay for white nationalism to have some to fight. It's the same old song and dance, Los. It is always with them. If they have nothing else, what do they default to?
Racism.
Yeah.
So I pushed this at Tug on yesterday's show, and I was doing it in the interest of comedy. I started joking around about Tug's one black friend. Yeah. And Tug was like, what? And okay, so now he's immediately on the defensive. Now I'm joking. We're having fun with it. Tug has no black friends.
Well, that's not true.
Okay, but that's what you're supposed to do. That's what happens. That's the reaction. Suddenly you're defending yourself. It's ridiculous, which is why, and I'm so glad that I know Tug has adopted this, and it probably took me, I don't know, maybe like 15 years ago to go, now I get it. All this is designed to make you be defensive, and so you give up the higher ground. The only reason John Ossoff is saying that, it's because what exactly are you going to go after Collins about? You know, right now, the primary ad spend, which when the money comes from out of state, is, well, Mike Collins walks in lockstep with Trump. Okay, that only makes the Republican voters happier in this state.
Yep.
If you thought that was going to create some sort of divide, that's not the one that's going to work. So what are you going to go after? The fact that he owns a trucking company and is more blue collar than you ever thought about being?
Yeah, you have soft hands. He doesn't. Yeah. So
got to go racism.
To prove that point about the Trump angle, because that's the only thing they're saying also about Rick Jackson. Because the Rick Jackson attack ads are the same thing. He said he's going to be Trump's favorite governor. You know, it's that same line, and at some point they'll bring race into the Rick Jackson. I don't know how they'll do it, but they'll find a way.
Because he will be going up against a black female. And so that will be the next angle. But here's the other problem with that. When you happen to own a company that hires and employs people of all different backgrounds, well, that seems to be problematic. It's the same thing I talk about when we get to 2028. I believe it will be J.D. Vance. Even if it's Marco Rubio, none of those attacks will work. The racism attacks will not work because they do not fit the model that the communist, the socialist now uses. And it's all meant to put you on the defensive. If John Ossoff had a message, well, then that's what we'd be hearing. Instead, the Ossoff message that he's trying to bury is this guy is from a purple state and votes far left. He votes against everything when it comes to middle of the road, any sort of pack. If it's bipartisan, he's not into it.
And then on top of that, Los, is the fact that black folks are not going to do the socialist thing. They're not. The Democrats keep banking on we're gonna collect that vote, and they're not.
So here's one of the numbers, and maybe we'll be able to dive into this a little bit later in the show. This has been across the board nationwide. So when you look at what the numbers have to be for Democrats to win around the country, Black America has typically voted with the Democrats about 93% of the time. It's part of the stigma when you have a black conservative and immediately people go after him like, well, how are you not with the other 93% of people? What's wrong with you?
Start calling them ugly names.
And start calling you ugly names. That's the nature of what goes on. Well, the Democrats started recognizing in 2016. It continued in 2020 when there was some sort of miracle election. And then once again in 2024, the Republicans, namely Donald Trump, has made large inroads with the black population to the point now, the most recent polling has that Democrats have a favorability with just 69% of the Democrat Party. And I do believe that's in part because you are giving them very weird people to vote for. And I think that's been part of the problem, is that largely the Hispanic and the black population in this country are recognizing what I stand for, what my values are, what I look at as important to me is no longer being represented by this group that for years pretended this was their most important aspect.
And it's going to be tough when
69% versus 90%. That's how you lose.
Yeah, but what, you get 30%? Or almost
21%.
21%.
That's a drop right now.
And another thing's going to happen is when Byron Donalds wins the governorship down in Florida as a Republican in a blood red state, you're going to tell me
he's going to win easy.
Yeah, he is. And you're going to tell me although because there's lots of white people going to vote for him, you're going to tell me that there was some sort of racism that caused
white nationalism.
Yeah, that's right.
For some reason, it hasn't infected Florida. That will be the tagline.
They're immune to it somehow.
The one thing that we've seen politically that is shown to be all-encompassing is when you talk about these progressives in this DSA, they're 85% white. Mm-hmm. There's no other faction
that's right.
that is 85% white in any of these groups in the country.
And they all pretend to be revolutionaries.
Yes. There's another story for another day.
Yeah, I was so tired and so old.
No, you don't understand. I'm an electrician. No, you're not. They run a family of millionaires like the rest of them are.
Yeah,
not since Stalin do we have a real one.
You don't know anything about me. I'm a fisherman. I want to represent the people of Maine because I get my hands dirty.
I harvest oysters. Yeah. Oh, who's your clientele?
Mama.
Mama is.
My mama said. Morning Xtra and Xtra 106.3 when we come back. It's kind of a continuation of this discussion. That we, at least part of it that we started, rejecting the premise. We've heard it a million times. Los has talked about it at length, done story times about rejecting the premise.
Start with no.
Yeah. How about no? Next on Xtra.
Fighting the communists with truth every day on the only conservative news and talk station in Atlanta. Xtra 106.3 FM and the Xtra app.
Doesn't matter if it's a pop-up storm or it's just normal Georgia heat. People complain about it. I love it. My sweet wife doesn't love it. Now, where do we come together? Inside the house. She doesn't want it to be, all sticky inside the house and musty down in the basement. Neither do I. So when you go in the house, you want it to be comfortable. That's where you call Central Heating and Air Conditioning if you don't have that luxury. They can talk to you about a whole house dehumidifier. Removes all that excess moisture. Makes it more comfortable, and it helps your air conditioner work more efficiently. And we got plenty of heat left. If you born and raised around here or been living around here a long time, there's plenty of warm weather left, even as we head into the fall. But if you need to get that moisture out of your house and keep that house cool for that warm weather, maybe consider calling Central Heating and Air Conditioning, 770-GET-HEAT-CentralHeat.com. Chuck and his team will hook you up, $1,700 in carrier rebate, 60 months of 0% financing with approved credit. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
Your yard. It stresses you out between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, it's pet friendly, and it looks amazing all year round. Those in the know use ATL Turf Go. ATL Turf Go is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a backyard of your dreams with a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. They handle everything from design and grading to construction and drainage solutions. So whether it's residential lawns or recreational sports fields, ATL Turf Go can build you a stress-free space you'll love. So say goodbye to mowing, maintenance, and your wasted weekends. Learn more and schedule your free in-home consultation today. Call ATL Turf Go, 678-403-2339. That's 678-403-2339. Or visit atlturfco.com.
There's never been a better time to fall in love with Subaru from Subaru of Gwinnett. Now through August 31st, get award-winning vehicles and exceptional offers from a brand you trust during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Explore the full lineup of hybrid, electric, gas, and wilderness vehicles, including the trusted 2026 Subaru Forester and the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback. Every Subaru is made with love and built to last, with dependability and value coming standard. It's no surprise why Consumer Reports named Subaru the best overall automotive brand for 2 years in a row, based on reliability, safety, owner satisfaction, and road test evaluation. At Subaru of Gwinnett, there's a lot to discover and a lot to love. Get special low rates on select vehicles from August 1st through August 31st on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, or start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com. Consumer Reports does not endorse products or services. Visit Subaru.com/CR to learn more.
Summer is here, and hopefully vacation is on the horizon. Whether the beach or maybe you're more of a mountain person, you've planned and saved in order to take some much-needed time off. You planned your vacation. Shouldn't you plan your retirement? You planned for a week in the sun, but have you planned for decades of golden years? Master Plan Retirement works with you to create a holistic, comprehensive retirement plan in order to offer the one thing your time off needs the most: peace of mind. From income and growth, tax strategy, legacy planning, and more, Master Plan Retirement walks alongside you to help ensure your golden years stay golden. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Visit masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Now on to the bonus round. On average, what's the biggest purchase you'll make in your lifetime?
My house.
My car? Nope. Jane?
My husband's golf habit.
Close, but no. Think bigger. It's your retirement. Think of all the effort and research you put into buying a car or your home. And while these are important purchases, the cost doesn't come close to a 25-year retirement. You're literally buying a lifestyle. So what kind of lifestyle do you want? Evan Ward and his team at Atlas Retirement help clients plan for retirement based on their individual goals. Whether it's an Alaskan cruise or taking the grandkids out for snow cones, a trip to Europe, or a trip across town, the team at Atlas Retirement can tailor your retirement to the lifestyle you've always wanted. Call 678-252-5224 or atlasretirement.net.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
The stories that matter to you. These are your Georgia headlines.
It's Wednesday, August 19th, and here are your headlines. Tuesday night's primaries delivered a mixed night for President Trump as his endorsed candidates scored big wins in Florida and Wyoming, but also took some losses as Socialist Democrat Angie Nixon pulled off a major upset in Florida Senate primary defending Alexander Vindman, despite being dramatically outspent, and in Wyoming, voters rejected Trump's choice for governor. A major human trafficking operation in Georgia has helped recover 11 missing children. Attorney General Chris Carr says the operation also led to the indictment of 36-year-old Eric Gordon, who was accused of trafficking a 16-year-old girl in Fulton County. And finally, Home Depot is facing calls to ditch flock license plate readers at its stores as critics want the Atlanta-based retailer to prevent ICE from using its parking lots or stores for immigration enforcement. Home Depot says it does not participate in, or coordinate in immigration actions. The heat continues across the metro area today with another high of 95 and a low of 73. Your Extra 106.3 headlines. I'm Bryce Gobert.
Tug and Los until 10. Glad that you're here. Whether you're an extra, country call out to y'all on the YouTube channel.
What's up, extras?
Or if you're on the Extra 106.3 app, 12:30 a.m. to go the traditional route, or 106.3 FM. We welcome you to the show. The one thing that we always talk about, and Los has done story times on it, is you have to reject the premise. And you brought that up kind of in the last segment when you're like, Tug's only got one black friend. Well, that's not true, because automatically you talk about putting people on the defense.
You can't even indulge in it. You have to understand that oftentimes the premise is being set, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to basically, as I said, take the moral high ground, take the high ground against you.
They love that.
They're trying to set up a way in which they are at an advantageous situation in the discussion. For instance, if I was to say to Tug, as I've continued to disparage him because he's about to go on vacation, if I was to say, Tug, I want to get your opinion on where you think the Braves are going to go this year. As a former assaulter of your wife, how do you think the pitching staff is looking?
Well, we'll talk about the Braves in a minute. Let's go back to that.
You have to reject it immediately. Now, that's an extreme case, right?
Yeah.
But there's always the conditions by which, and this is what the media does, they're going to set the premise for the discussion. And your job, no matter what, is going to be to reject the premise. Oftentimes, you will get a preamble with this from a leftist. They will start off by maybe talking about, there's a history of racism in this country and how people were treated during this time period, and look what happened to. And then, now here comes the question, or here comes the discussion. Well, that means that you're having to answer and partake in a discussion based on a amount of history that you had nothing to do with.
Well, and the people that are yelling at you.
Or any of the people that are in charge. Yeah. So that's the conditions by which this is set. And so I bring up, this is Todd Blanche, and now with his place as Attorney General, he goes on NBC, and I want you to hear the premise that is set. And do you promise to take this pledge? Now, keep in mind, so much of what has gone on with the Attorney General's office and the bastardization of it was done by the Democrats. When you look at what happened with Eric Holder as the Attorney General during the Obama years and how he started off, you can find this, he started off by saying that he was Obama's wingman. Well, that's not supposed to be how it goes. You're supposed to be independent of the executive branch. You are supposed to be independent of the president, because if there was anyone who could ever bring a case against one of these people in this level of office, it's the Attorney General of the United States. We saw an Attorney General of the United States in their office that actually looked at Joe Biden and had a subordinate go, he's too old for us to prosecute.
Sorry, guys.
We know he did wrong. We know what he did was illegal, but he's too old to prosecute. So here's the left, who now has this history of weaponizing the DOJ and the Attorney General's office for their own needs, and yet they're asking Blanche about it.
Course, used to be President Trump's former personal defense attorney. Can you pledge that the Justice Department will always act independently of the White House?
Well, there's a big difference between saying we will always do our job and investigate any case and act independently of the White House. No, I'm not going to pledge that, and no Attorney General should ever pledge that. The president, if I were to pledge I will be independent of the White House, what that means is that if President Trump says, I want the Department of Justice to go after every violent criminal in this country, which is what he has said, what you're saying to me is I just say, no, sir, I'm not going to do it. So I will act with integrity. Our prosecutors will act with integrity. We will prosecute without fear or any sort of favor. And that's exactly what we've been doing, and that's what every Department of Justice should do.
Well, I guess big picture, if the president asks you to do something that you feel crosses an ethical or legal line, would you do it?
The president will never ask me to do something unethical or legal or illegal. He never has. He never will. And no, I swore to the Constitution of the United States, like every cabinet secretary has done, and like every attorney general before me has done. And so this narrative that's mostly pushed by the left and pushed by the media, that the president's going to pull me aside and ask me to do something illegal, is completely a false narrative, not true, will not happen, and hasn't happened.
Okay,
She asked for a pledge, and then she builds a hypothetical.
What if?
What if this... Well, it's not going to happen.
Right, which was a good response. But the crazy part is they would never have asked Merrick Garland that question.
No.
Merrick Garland would have never been asked that question. Or after he was used and they bastardized the DOJ, hey, is Joe Biden asking you to go after Donald Trump this way? Would they ask that question? Never.
As it turns out,
because there was no integrity.
Merrick Garland, the FBI, in conjunction with the Biden White House, that's how you got your raid on Mar-a-Lago. Every question she's asked, we already saw the previous administration do it to, in this case, a former president of the United States. You raided his house.
But the people that watch her, they agree with it. They're glad.
Oh, sure.
Their viewers are glad that Mar-a-Lago got raided.
They don't think they went far enough.
No, that's right. That's right.
I saw
Sweet Aunt Beck, one of them.
I saw this story yesterday, and I'm trying to remember who it was. It was Jesse Waters, and he was speaking at a Turning Point event, and he talked about the president and the mugshot in Fulton County, and how the way Jesse Waters was talking about it, that Trump had got the mugshot done. He asked the person who took it if he could see it, and they told him no. He said by the time he finally saw it, he was flying back, and he's calling Melania to say, I think I know what I want to put on the Christmas cards for this year. Okay,
He already had plans.
He already had plans for it. Like, here's what it was going to be. But to think that the Democrats knew, they knew from 2016, they knew they knew from 2020, and they certainly found out once again in 2024, they don't have a candidate that can beat Donald Trump. Hence all the hatred towards him. They don't have anyone who can beat Donald Trump. So in this banana republic which we were living in, you had a scenario by which you were using prosecutors, local and federal, to go after this man, where you actually took a former president and you had him take a mugshot and fingerprinted him in Fulton County. And then they have the nerve on NBC to ask the current attorney general if somehow are you going to be independent?
Yeah. Yeah. We have some nerve. But I love the fact that President Trump saw the value in the mugshot. He already knew what he was doing with it. That's the reason it's on the wall as you go into the Oval Office. He understands the value of it. And how pissed must Merrick Garland and people like him that were in the DOJ that spent all that time and all that effort and all that money to have nothing stick. They must be furious.
Merrick Garland to this day, and he can deny it all he wants, that man has had an axe to grind forever and ever because he felt that he was supposed to be a Supreme Court justice. And say what you want to, that was well played by the tortoise. That was a good scenario to keep. It was, you know what, we're going to have an election in 2016, and the winner of the election will determine who gets to pick the next justice of the Supreme Court. It worked.
Yep.
And Merrick Garland's been pissed ever since.
Good. I hope he stays that way. Morning Xtra and Xtra 106.3. I want you to hear from the DSA. They did what seemed to be a webinar. You know, they're talking about the things that they want to do and the things that they want to accomplish. And when they did that webinar, they talked about the Constitution. Yes, they hate the Constitution, and they want to get rid of it for their own utopian goals.
So the two things that we're famous for is our commitment to a program and our hatred of the United States Constitution. And what the program does is it gives us a roadmap to revolution, and it gives us the obstacle that we finally will have to get over to have a revolution, which is the United States Constitution, the basis of the United States government. And what the minimum maximum program specifically, what that format specifically gives us is that roadmap. It gives us the minimum circumstances under which we would be able to take power and govern. And it gives.
As they talk, they just keep getting deeper and digging the hole deeper and deeper and deeper when they talk about their despise of the Constitution. So when you hear these DSAers changing, especially people like AOC, we're kind of softening on some things in public. They're doing that with intent. The people behind the scenes that they support and that support her and people like her, that's the way they feel. Do not be misled. They despise everything that you hold dear, every value that you have that is given, God-given by the Constitution, they want to get rid of.
Then there's President Donald Trump, who, when it comes to the left, is your daddy. Daddy explained how this is actually happening.
She said the other week, AOC, woke one was crazy. She's trying to back away from those comments. Why do you think she's trying to do that? Is she going to run for president?
I think so. But if you really look at it, they're all saying the same thing. They're all trying to disavow themselves from saying about crime. And we love sanctuary cities. All the things that they said, they're now trying to disavow. But people know the woke. I mean, they know the woke. And the woke will become woke again as soon as they get elected.
The strange thing that is happening in the DSA is that as we're now pivoting towards general elections in November, they're trying to tamp down what they want, what they're saying. But at the same time in the interview, that's why I call it strange, because they're trying to play the game, and then suddenly the red armband and the hammer and sickle comes back out, and they can't contain themselves.
Well, what happens, I think, Los, is the fact that AOC is smart enough and the people around her are smart enough to know that ain't flying with everyday Americans.
No, not at all. Not one bit.
So she's running. She can't say it. The people behind her, they're not running. They're just saying, this is what we want to do with our candidate once we get them in office.
But that's the value of having them. The more they talk, the more America rejects them. When you can lose the Bill Maher's of the world, when I got the Raging Cajun.
James Carville.
Dude
hates Donald Trump.
When you can go through the list of people and say, hold on a second. Why are prominent Democrats initially trying to kind of harness this thing, now talking about how this is bad for us? Even people like Hassan Piker, like, yeah, it was fun for the time. Now they're looking around going, why did our candidate in Michigan only win by 1? Because the Democrats decided they're not voting with this guy.
Man, there is a lot out there that I just think people need to hear and understand. You listening right now, Los called you the 1%, and I believe that you are. Most people don't get this information. They're not seeing it on a regular basis, and they need to. They need to hear it. It needs to be. They need to have it put in their face.
Coming up in the next segment, before you jump into your topic, I'm going to force feed you a mini sirloin burger.
No, I love, dude. We don't even have to do my topic. We can just do the sirloin burger. Matter of fact,
it doesn't go long enough.
Okay, unless there's actual sirloin burger. Please tell me.
Right behind it, the surprise.
Somebody's bringing in sirloin.
And surprise, I brought in mini sirloin burgers.
Let's go! The greatest day of my life would be today. If
going on vacation, gets a burger on the way out the door.
Yes. Please, dear Lord, please. I got my fingers crossed, toes crossed, I got everything crossed that somebody is walking in. Sirloin burgers next on Extra.
Extra 106.3 Sports, powered by 680 The Fan.
Good morning. Here are your sports headlines for Wednesday, August 19th. The Atlanta Braves dropped their second game in Minnesota last night to the Twins as the bats have gone cold. 4-1 the final. The Braves do close out the 3-game series this afternoon, looking to avoid a sweep. It'll be A.J. Smith-Shawver coming to the rotation to make the start. He'll be opposed by Taj Bradley. First pitch is set for 1:40 this afternoon. You can hear all the game action on our sister station, 680 The Fan, and for free on the Fan app. From the NFL, the Atlanta Falcons have signed a pass rusher to help with their depth as they have reached a 1-year deal with 33-year-old Zadarius Smith. He spent last season with the Philadelphia Eagles. The 11-year veteran has 70.5 career sacks. With your sports headlines, I'm Carlos Medina.
I'm so sick of all these cheesy lawyer billboards. You might be too. If you're injured in a car crash, you don't hire a lawyer because they're sweet or strong or the biggest. You hire a lawyer who's recognized by their peers as one of the top lawyers in the state. You hire a lawyer who's going to listen to you, fight for you, and has the case results to prove it. That lawyer is me, Bruce Hagan, the people's lawyer. I've been proudly selected by my fellow lawyers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state and for 21 consecutive years as Georgia's super lawyer. Hagan-law.com, Hagan-law.com.
This is Tom, the Honest Car Guy, and I'm here with Ron. And I'll let Ron tell you a little bit about his experience with us, and not only that, but the differences between a new car dealership and the Honest Car Guy, because there is a difference, with no doc fees and no addendums. It's kind of straightforward. They get to see what we pay for the car, and that's not something you get at a dealership.
Usually we're back and forth, and then you get like 1,400 pages of paper. And in this case, we did it all online. I mean, it was like, okay, I don't mind doing paperwork once I know that this is the deal.
And you got to see the financing, the numbers
see
up
all
front
of it
before you even bought it. You can make that call, and within hours, we can find you the car you want from your home. I mean, I had a customer call me up and say, hey, I bought a car in my pajamas.
If I'd have had some, I'd have been wearing them.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Gentlemen, listen up. When it's not hard, it's really hard. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 have some form of ED? It's true, and I'm one of them. ED followed me everywhere. Heck, even my initials are ED. I'm Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia, and I know ED. It can lead to feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there's good news. I can fix it. I fixed mine, and I can fix yours too. At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, we are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, Trimix to create an erection, and more. Guys, ED won't get better on its own, but I can help you today. Call us at 404-777-1911. That's 404-777-1911, or learn about us more online at tbtofga.com. So take it from me, ED, Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Call 404-777-1911 or online at tbtofga.com.
Your life isn't one size fits all, so why would your bank be? At Truist, you get a caring and knowledgeable team that really understands you. You get real talk about real life, tools that help keep you informed, and a plan that keeps you ready so you're confident no matter what comes your way. And when all that comes together, it makes you feel unstoppable. Get started today at Truist.com. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Still on the fence about a fence? Hi, this is Jared with Accent Fence. Protect your home, your family, and your pets with a brand new fence from Accent Fence. Whether you want the classic look of wood, the durability of aluminum or steel, or the affordability of chain link, Accent Fence builds it right the first time. And with no money down financing available, your dream fence is more affordable than ever. Read our 5-star customer reviews online and see why so many homeowners trust Accent Fence. For quality, craftsmanship, and dependable service, visit accentfence.net today for your free quote.
The Morning Extra, starting your day the right way. Weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m.
The fact that man, John Ossoff, spent $900 in a 10-day span on 10 days, $900. I have 3 girls living in my house. We're nowhere close.
And then since February, a total of almost $3,000.
And 2 of them wear makeup. The third one doesn't. We're still not even. When she does, we still won't even get close to $900 in the span of 10 days.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is Extra 106.3.
Tug and Los on Extra 106.3. I know this is not a music show, but you're picking some good stuff today, man. Some Rock the Casbah, The Clash. I could listen to The Clash all day.
This one was not me. This was the Rotator.
Okay, Train the Vein is probably my
I can't take credit for that.
For favorite song from The Clash.
I know what I can take credit for.
What's that?
And listen, this is a cool song. And I like that from The Clash, we then got Big Audio Dynamite.
Yeah, sure.
And I have an affinity for them.
And then Big Audio, when they dropped Dynamite.
Yeah, Big Audio.
And then they went back to Big Audio Dynamite. And put out another record.
But is it anything comparable to what Jack in the Box has delivered us?
No, I mean, not that I can tell. Look, you got The Clash, and they're fine. Jack in the Box, those are the real innovators. Those are the real creators.
Do you want the English or the Spanish? I think the Spanish is really where it's at.
Well, let's go with that then.
We only got the Spanish.
Well, hang on. So let's explain what we're doing here because Los creates our first thing to know songs, and most of them are based on actual songs. Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, 7 Spanish Angels. What are some others? What am I leaving out?
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
Highwayman.
Highwayman, thank you. Yeah.
And all of it is when you introduce AI to any, hey, I need a song and I need it to sound this particular way, and AI works better if you give it an example. And so oftentimes I will tell AI what I want is an example. I want a song modeled after this example, but lyrically, this is what I want it to say. So I'm kind of cheapening the artistic process. Like, I'm stealing this song, but I want it to say this.
But people have been doing this for years, parody songs.
Yeah, but it only takes, in my case, like I can do it. A lot of times it's asking the AI and tweaking it. Like, you can do a song in 3 minutes. It's more of the reason why it takes longer. It's because the AI will not generate exactly what you want. You have to keep messing with it, keep changing it, keep altering it. And so I took an ad that we use during one of our first things to know, and it's based off of this Jack in the Box ad.
Allá por el norte cantan un corrido. En sus caballitos montando en vacas, no arrean vacas, sino mini vacas.
Now here it comes.
Yippee-yi-yay, mini sirloin burgers. Yippee-yi-yay, mini sirloin burgers.
I like the way he says it. Sirloin.
Sirloin burgers.
Dude, I love that guy.
So it's just telling you that way out west. And then it just starts talking about small cowboys.
Here we go.
Way out west, there's a show. The Morning Xtra.
You should have never told me this because we need more tuba now. Now.
And now you can understand where
Mini sirloin
it starts getting to, as it starts going, yippee-ki-yay, mini sirloin burgers. Yippee-ki-yay, mini sirloin burgers.
I love Spanish music. I love it, dude. I love the vibe. I love how happy people are in Spanish music.
Now, you're not allowed to make that Jack in the Box ad any longer.
Oh, no? Is there something in there that I just don't realize or recognize?
It was about midget cowboys riding midget cows.
You gotta watch the video. It's a great video.
And that's where the mini sirloin burgers came from. Now, I will tell you, when it comes to those commercials in Mexico, they have no problem using little people and dressing them up in the way that they want.
I've got the...
I mean, there's a reason why you have midget wrestling out of Mexico.
Oh, dude, and that's still huge. My cousin Nick down in Orlando went and saw some midget wrestling, I don't know, probably been 3 weekends ago. He sent me some video. He's like, dude, you're not going to believe this. They do this like once a month, and the place is packed.
You know where Joe's is? Up by us?
Joe's.
It's a sports bar.
Yes,
they have midget wrestling.
Yes, I know. I've not been to see it, but I know people who have. That's like the backside of my neighborhood.
Up in Alpharetta.
Tug, in the American version,
yes.
Do you see this little man with these little cows?
Nah.
And he's got a little dog, and these cows are the size of like your dog.
Yeah.
Yes, this was their ad that they used.
I love it, dude. I love it. And then the fact, that tuba going. God, there's nothing better than. This is so fantastic.
Look, it's all little cowboys, Tug. Look, it's all little cowboys.
And mini sirloin burgers too. You know, the only I feel like I'm being let down because I don't.
That's like. It's like Mini Kiss. They weren't playing their instruments.
I know, but I was looking for somebody to bring in minis.
Oh, no. Yeah, he's looking around.
I don't think they're coming.
Completely let down.
Like, maybe on my last day before I head to the beach.
I thought it was going to be like some super surprise.
And surprise! Hey!
Mini sirloin.
Confetti falls, and here's the mini sirloin burgers.
And no. Well, I'll have to be happy with the... And the fact that I've seen the actual... now I know.
Now you know where it came from.
And everybody else knows where it all came from.
You're welcome, America.
Yeah, thank you. That's all we do. We just try to make you laugh. Kevin, first thing he texted this morning was, hey, can y'all make me laugh today? Hopefully, Kevin, we're doing a good job.
Kevin's thinking to himself, so about these little people riding little cows, or little horses with little cows.
That's right. Tell me more.
Like 5 seconds in, there's a groundhog sitting next to a little cow, too.
They're kind of looking at each other, kind of puzzled.
Yeah. Look it up. Do yourself a favor now. Look it up. You need to look it up so you can see it yourself. Or can you share it?
Jack in the Box mini sirloin burgers.
Yeah. And maybe do a quick summary on what it is that we're talking about and why we're talking about it. Because it is good, and it's so fantastic. There's that part of me that just wants the show to always have music like that. You know what I mean? That super happy, up-tempo Spanish music. Not necessarily like Pitbull, which is fine, too. I don't mind that. I love the beats of that, too, man. There's nothing better than beats in Spanish music. They get it better than anybody. But just more traditional-sounding Spanish music, like they were using in that ad, is always good. And you're going to think I'm lying. You're going to think I'm making it up. Me and my son, when we used to drive to his baseball games, we would just find a Spanish radio station and just listen. Because he was taking Spanish classes so he could pick up a word or two here and there. I didn't have any idea what was going on. But it was always happy, and there was always good music, and that's why I think we need to maybe infuse, Los. That's the next step. Maybe infuse the show with more Spanish music. I mean traditional Spanish music, more tuba.
It all starts with... Yeah,
because you grew up, you had to grow up with some of it.
And then the song starts.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I love it. And that's the thing. I know nothing about it. Nothing. Zero. I feel like I'm pretty well versed in music. I know zero about it and love it. And I think that's why. Because I have no idea. There's nothing for me to critique. There's nothing for me to go, oh, I remember when that person did this and this. No, I just literally turn it on. And I'm happy because I think they're happy too. The American dream is still possible. I want to tell you this real quick. 4 in 10 believe, specifically people under 50, believe the American dream is not possible. And I say when you allow 20 million people into the country, pay for them, cradle to grave, and that's what you've promised, it's going to cause a ripple effect and issues for everybody. Additionally, when the tax dollars are being taken fraudulently by the billions by those 20 million people, or at least a portion of those 20 million people that came in, it eventually catches up to you. The Democrats and the establishment Republicans are all guilty of sin, and it's going to be a tough road. And we can either dig our way out of it or allow the commies to make it worse, because that is their goal. We played you the audio last segment of the commies talking about how much they hated the Constitution, can't wait to rip it up, can't wait to get rid of it, that your God-given rights are in the way of their path to power. And they even said it. The Constitution is in our way to the revolution we want to have and the path to put us in power. So the choice is pretty clear. You better put your work boots on, because this ain't going to be an easy task. And they ain't going away anytime soon.
Your job is to expose them every opportunity you get.
And that way your kids and grandkids can live the American dream. Morning Extra on Extra 106.3. The left has an obsession with being morally superior to you. After the Fox News update.
Time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
Listening to a radio show the other day, yeah, I know, I'm supposed to be retired, but listening I was, and the question came up, should we ban any more Muslims from entering the United States? Now, here's an idea that sounds good, at least to me, on the surface, but then you think about it, our Constitution, our laws just wouldn't permit it. Oh, yeah, it would be nice if all immigrants to the United States really wanted to become part of the fabric of American society. They wanted to acclimate. They wanted to be Americans. That's not the way it is with most Muslims. In a recent open discussion among experts about Muslim immigration, they listed 3 stages that we need to look out for. Now, listen to this. You'll find it really strikes home. Stage number 1, few Muslims in number, so they play the victim. They're oppressed, and they start screaming about Islamophobia, and they show tolerance for others. Then here comes phase 2, a larger minority. Then they get indignant. They start threatening. They start demanding Sharia law, and they become intolerant of us infidels out there. Finally, phase 3, Muslims in America, a clear majority. Domination. They become militant. They demand strict Sharia law, and as their holy book demands of them, they start killing infidels, subduing infidels, enslave them. Those are your choices if you're a Muslim. Should we ban Muslim immigration? Hell yes. Is there a way to really do it? Probably not. So stand by. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Congressman Tim Burchett joins us right here on the Morning Extra.
I've said this many times. It's not about flying saucers. It's not about little green men. It's about where the heck are the tens of millions of dollars are going. And if they don't exist, then why are they spending all this money?
The Morning Extra, 6 to 10 a.m. on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app. WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. The 8 a.m. hour is brought to you by Central Heating and Air.
Democrats in Florida are the latest to take a left turn. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, picking up aggressive to take on Republican Senator Ashley Moody.
Another Democratic socialist made headway.
What do we do?
Angie Nixon in a come-from-behind win for the Democratic Senate nomination in Florida.
As Fox's Doug Luzitter, Nixon was outspent 16-1 and trailed in the polls, but defeated Alex Vindman by 12 points. And he had the backing of prominent Democrats. 2 other Democratic socialists lost, however, in Florida, challenging 2 members of Congress. But Jared Moskowitz won, so did Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
And we're going to make sure we fight those damn Republicans.
She defeated several others in a redrawn district, but Republican Congressman Corey Mills was primaried out. Ryan Elijah defeated Mills, who's under a House ethics investigation. He becomes the 11th member of Congress to lose a primary this year. Another House Republican won his primary, trying to become Florida's next governor, Byron Donalds.
Let's go beat David Jolly in November.
Jolly used to be a Republican in Congress. Now he's a Trump critic who won the Democratic primary for governor.
The renewal of a hope, the belief in each other once again, the belief in something better. That we are better in this moment than where our leaders are dragging us.
In Alaska, a primary for one of the 6 Senate seats considered toss-ups in November in the Fox News Power Rankings. Republican Senator Dan Sullivan finished second, behind Democrat Mary Peltola. Both advanced in November, along with 2 others in a ranked choice voting contest. As the U.S. and Iran remain in a standoff over Strait of Hormuz shipping, Iran reportedly ready to expand the conflict if President Trump resumes bombing.
The FT reports Iranian forces have assessed possible strikes on U.S.-linked locations in southeastern Europe. That could include Besmer Air Base in Bulgaria, recently approved by the government there for use by American refueling aircraft.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. America's listening to Fox News.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
Support conservative conversation on the radio in Atlanta by emailing us at sales@xtra1063.com.
Dude, we need more accordion and music. There's just no doubt. and tubas. That's why I love Spanish music. They just use a variety of instruments. I have no idea what's being said. I don't even care what's being said. It just makes me smile.
I'm not hating on it. I'm not. But I will tell you, there is no bigger ass whipping, and it happens a lot in San Antonio, than when you're at a restaurant and the mariachi band comes over. Because you're just trying to have a discussion, and you have to wave them off, and now you're the jerk.
Yeah.
You are the jerk.
Yeah, you are.
Or you have to pay them to hang out for a song or two, and then they'll leave. Or you have to pay them to move on. So one way or another, you're the jerk or you're out of money. But you know the establishment. If I may give you a suggestion, if you're ever in San Antonio, there is a place. Now, it is a tourist trap, but the food is good, and it's a large place. It's called Mi Tierra.
Mi Tierra.
My land.
My land, Mi Tierra.
M-I-T-I-E-R-R-A. Mi Tierra. All right. For instance, when you walk in the door, at the front of the house is a Spanish bakery. I mean, it is like all the pastries you could possibly imagine.
So is this one restaurant or a complex?
It is one restaurant, but it is large.
Okay.
It is extensive. It's right in the downtown San Antonio. They call it the market, especially the Spanish market. And Mi Tierra is like the place. It's on.
I found it.
Like there's
this one.
Yep.
Yeah,
like there's the whole downtown area people are aware of the Riverwalk.
Yep.
It's on the opposite side of downtown. So maybe like 3 or 4 miles away from the main tourist area. And that place is awesome, but you will deal with the mariachis.
Okay. See,
and you might like it for the time being.
But if you go too much and then it becomes...
Well, let's just say that you've been very honest about talking about when your wife had a miscarriage. Imagine she decided, I wanted to go to Mi Tierra because I got to be cheered up. And here come the mariachis.
Well, I mean, that would cheer you up a little bit. I mean, maybe.
You might be having a moment.
Yeah.
And here come the smiling mariachis.
And you're like, not now.
And they're
because you're having such a tender conversation. Yeah.
And they're like, Senor. And now you're having to pay them to go away. Now you're starting to recognize my frustration of dealing with the mariachi.
Because I don't speak Spanish at all. I'd be like amigo and just tear, just paint underneath.
Los, have you ever had to deal with this? Like a serious conversation interrupted?
So when this was like early on, when my wife and I were dating, and this was like the first trip to San Antonio, Texas, and the whole family wanted to meet this girl. I don't know if we were engaged at the time, but wanted to meet the girl. And so it wasn't just like my dad. It was like all of his sisters. And so we're at a table of like 10 people. Now, first off, they're trying to make her eat. Menudo comes up again. Okay, not the band. Not the band. Right. The actual meal.
Yeah.
Which is the interior lining of a pig. It's a pig stomach.
Yep.
And
I've
my
had
wife,
that before, actually.
She thought it was disgusting. But, they were testing her. That's what they were doing. But every time they wanted to get into it.
It's like a TV show.
Like, let's give her some menudo. Let's see how she reacts to this.
Let's see how she handles this.
And you got to understand, like, on my sides of my family, like, my dad's side of the family is been in Texas their whole lives, 200 years, but that is originally, they're Mexican. And then when it became Texas, they're like, well, guess we're Texans. Then it's the United States. Hey, guess we're Mexican. It's just that they just settled in San Antonio. That's where they lived.
Yeah, the national.
My dad or my mom's side of the family are more from Spain and then Asian through California. So we are completely different in a lot of ways culturally. So when my wife met my mom's side of the family, it was like steak and eggs and watch a football game and let's see how she handles it. On my dad's side is let's feed her menudo and see if she can, does she like tamales?
Let's see if she can hang.
Yeah. And man, those mariachis showed up like every couple minutes. And my dad gets the biggest kick out of it. So while his sisters are like, so tell me, where did you go to college? Over and over and over.
I love it.
I hope that there's never a time where you and I find ourselves on the wrong end of a situation in radio. But if it ever does occur and you and I are down and out, we're having one of those days, I'm going to be like, let's go to a Mexican food joint. and hopefully a mariachi man will show up, and you will understand what I know. You'll be more upset. You'll see.
Yeah.
You'll be more like
Been to,
you better get out of here.
You gotta remember, man, I'm in Dalton, Georgia.
Silencio, go.
Silencio. I mean, Dalton, man, there's plenty of places that had mariachi bands. So I not. It's definitely not like Texas, but at least the idea, I've been around it, enough, because there's such an influx of Hispanic people because of all the work in Dalton.
Sure.
And there's incredible Mexican restaurants. I mean, Dalton has been written about in many publications about how good the Mexican food is.
Authentic Spanish or Mexican, the biggest deal you'll know. Fresh ingredients, not greasy.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Now, there is something to be said, though. Every now and then you find a place that is greasy.
It is good.
Sometimes that is like the late night spot. That is the morning spot.
You know what I'm getting.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely right.
There's a place called Taco Macho. I think it's in Alpharetta.
I was going to say, I know where that is, I think.
It's in a gas station.
Yep.
They will serve you some authentic stuff that'll... Now, your insides might pay for it later.
Yep. I know.
But in the time being, you're going to be like, man, this is really good.
Yep. I know exactly where this is. Not terribly far. Kind of if you're on Highway 9.
Yeah.
If you're headed toward coming north on Highway 9, I'm just trying to look at the crossway. Like Midway. Yep. Like that area. It is so absolutely delicious. It's so good. Do yourself a favor, go to Taco Macho. And they didn't pay us, so they're not paying us to say this. We're just saying it's because it's good.
You're not going there to sit down, by the way. You're going there to walk in, pick it up, and take it home.
And enjoy, because it's so good.
There's a place up in Kennesaw that we used to frequent at college. It was a gas station Mexican restaurant.
Dude,
food's amazing.
I'm telling you, there's one right down here. Powers Ferry, New Northside, Powers Ferry, that area. There's a Shell gas station, and I don't even know what the name of the restaurant that's inside the gas station is. The people are as sweet as they can possibly be, and the food is outstanding, and they always cook it right there in front of me.
If they were on top of their business, because this is what happened in San Antonio, for the longest time, Taco Cabana was almost a 24-hour establishment. So we knew no matter what happened after the movies,
what kind of shape we're in,
after the Spurs game, after you can go over there and get breakfast tacos at midnight, 11 o'clock, whatever time it was. If that was available incoming, I believe that's all like the high school kids would do after a football, because they all go to Waffle House, and then the Waffle House is just packed. That's why I think Waffle House is introducing the breakfast tacos. Yep. That is the gold mine. Like, somebody's going to figure out serving breakfast, like real yummy taco breakfast at like 11 o'clock midnight.
Yes,
you got it. You're gonna win.
The place I did that I recall being so good, it was out in San Diego. My only time I ever been to San Diego, and we did there was like food trucks, and it was late, and the food was out of this world good, and it was Mexican food for sure, street tacos, and it was late, so you could get regular tacos or you could get the breakfast tacos.
Can't beat it.
Dude, it's outstanding.
Cannot beat it.
Of all the things that I did in San Diego in a long weekend, and most of it was Navy oriented, that was my favorite. That's my recollection. This is how good the food was late, or just how good the food was altogether.
All right, you got me now. I'm going to see if I can figure out the potato and egg taco, because there's a couple places on the way home, and I didn't care for it. I got a leftover lunch ready to go, but I might do a little bit of painting today.
There we go.
So I might treat myself some breakfast in the morning.
Shoot, yeah, dude, life is good.
Here's the other problem before we just jump in the first thing to know.
Good, man.
The other problem is this: there's been a multitude of times where I have tried to bring you guys some of the favorites that I grew up on. Like, for instance, Whataburger has the taquito. The problem is they don't open until 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it's problematic.
So Whataburger by you isn't 24/7?
No.
What?
No.
Is the one near us 24/7?
The one in Kennesaw was 24/7.
Okay, the coming location list is not opening, and this is exit 14. So right off, right down from Marketplace Boulevard, Buford Highway. That one lists at 7 o'clock. Now, they will serve breakfast till like 2 in the afternoon.
So good.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But that doesn't do me any good when I'm trying to bring my friends taquitos.
Yeah,
and so if I knew a breakfast taco place that would serve at 5 a.m., well, then we got some options here. But they don't. I mean, let's face it. Tug and I, and we're not breaking bricks or anything else, But typically, we're into the convenience store and at work before the work crews.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Like when I'm leaving QT after I grab something, the work crews are just pulling in.
They're pulling in. That's right.
And I'm like,
¿Cómo
estás?
Yes.
And they're looking at me like, man, he's beating me to work?
What the hell's he doing?
Yeah. So that inside of that Whataburger closes at 2. According to Google, drive-thru is 24/7.
The one at Marketplace?
And
But
the one
do
at
they
Cumming.
The one at Cumming?
But do they serve breakfast?
That it doesn't say, but it says the drive-thru is open 24 hours.
I know that the drive-thru is open. I know that they serve dinner. We went there at 11 o'clock after we went and saw Better Than Ezra and Tonic, and they were not serving breakfast.
That's low down.
I think at 5, or whatever. Yeah, 5. You're about leaving at 5. Should serve it.
I'll give it a try.
Because I feel like you tried once.
No, I did. I looked it up that morning.
Yeah.
I was just up early. It was like 4:15. I was up really early. I was like, I'm going to go try it. It was like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, where I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow when it's Tug over at the beach.
Should have been here,
What
Tug.
the hell?
Should have been here.
What? This is a terrible plan. What?
We can't get burgers while you're here, so we get taquitos while you're here.
Yeah, when I'm not. This is terrible.
Oh, okay. So
Bad idea.
Our friend Stephanie says, gas station on Highway 9 in Cumming, right by the Cumming Library. Best burritos, huge. She has breakfast and lunch burritos. So freaking good. Okay.
Where is that in Cumming? Next to the library. I don't know where that is.
Yeah,
downtown.
She's going to have to give me the name.
Yeah, man, you're going to have to give... That's some sparse details.
But that's also why you know it's good.
That's right. Absolutely. The fact that you don't know the name, you just know you go in there and it's good. Stephanie, thank you. Make sure you get us just a few more details. Be handy. We'd appreciate that. And if there's other places that we need to talk about that you can suggest, wherever you are, Marietta, Kennesaw, Norcross, it doesn't matter. Out in Paulding, wherever you are. 404-741-1230 at Extra 1063 across the social media platforms. 8 o'clock hour brought to you by Central Heating and Air Conditioning.
I am a morning man. Along the airwaves I do ride, with facts and fire by my side. Many a liberal lost their arguments to my truth. Many a snowflake melted down right in their booth. They tried to cancel me back in 2025, but the Morning Extra's still alive.
Yes, the Morning Extra is strong. It's ready. I want to talk about how the left always delves into superiority, moral superiority. And I was actually looking at this. This was a really interesting post that came from Wall Street Apes. And it was a graphic that kind of explained how this works. We talked about the difference in competency versus, for lack of a better term, vibes. Just being
feelings.
Like feelings. Like I'm the nicest guy around.
Yep.
And I know we can always, because I think the biggest highlighter in any of our lives is always going to be COVID, that there were people like myself and Tug, because Tug, at the time, I was still doing sports, and Tug would have me on every Friday to go through the newest data, and we would discuss it because, it was impacting our schools. It was impacting college. Your son had a year of his high school basically shut down during that time period.
Yeah. Missed his freshman year of baseball, and then the whole sophomore year was home.
Yeah, it was always something. My kids spent the months of March and April, and as school was ending in May, at home before they got a chance to go back, albeit masked and everything else. And so going through all that data required competency. You had to do your own work. You had to look into who knew what they were talking about. In the meantime, your across the street neighbor who's got his Fauci ouchie, they were wearing a mask and complaining about how your family wouldn't wear any because that was the nice thing to do. It's like, you do realize that the studies out of Florida and other places around the world shows that the cloth mask does nothing. Yes, but I'm being nice, and that's what they would do. They would stand on, I'm just better than you because I'm nice.
In our own office, we have an example of that, not COVID related. But we have one person, nice enough guy, but he's got a garbage can next to his desk that says, that's got plastics and cans in there. knowing that the people that come through here, they just put it all in one. I've seen it.
Yes.
I physically have seen it happen, but it's all about how do I feel.
How does he feel about it?
Yep.
So I wanted to bring this up, and this is from Wall Street Apes. It said this perfectly explains why the left is obsessed with being morally superior. Remember, you're the cretin. You're the animal. They're the enlightened ones.
You're the dummy.
And here what it says. It says, did you ever ask yourself why it's always the weakest, least competent, and average IQ people who base their entire identity on morality and tolerance? And this was, again, according to this study, it says, here's the psychology behind it. Quote, every human being carries the same deep drive to matter, to be respected, to reach something external, whether that's money, status, an attractive partner, or a genuine skill at something. That's generally all one accomplishment, right?
Sure.
Mostly. It goes on to point out, in the real world, all of these get measured through competence, strength, and intelligence. And that's exactly the problem for people who fall short on those measures.
Mm-hmm.
We start with just competence. Just do you understand? Study continues. They still feel the drive, but they can't reach the goals, at least not to the degree others can. And unconsciously, they experience inferiority that comes with the actual objective of inferiority. Now,
they feel bad because they can't get it done.
Now, remember, when we talk about DSA, oftentimes it is highly educated people that have entered the world, and suddenly, why does the plumber have a lot more than I have?
He's doing filthy work.
The guy that's currently the co-chair to go along with the woman who's done the interviews in New York City, he's from a wealthy family. He studied art. There was no money in it. He had to go find something else to do. It's like, why is anybody hiring me?
Because why would they? What skill do you provide?
So it goes on to say, to avoid feeling useless and insignificant, they move the target instead of competence. What do you know that's useful to everybody else where they can come to you and say, there's value here? The goal becomes being a good person, a goal defined entirely by them that requires no measurable skill, no competition, and no real work to declare victory in. This gets them the exact same feeling of accomplishment without ever having to develop any of the competence that would normally be required to earn it. So meanwhile, you're showing up to work and you're going about your business and you studied what's going on in 2021. Well, rather than do any of that, your neighbor just wears a mask.
Because it makes them feel like they've done something.
That's the path the weak and the incapable take because it's the only game left where they can still call themselves winners. You can spend 1,000 years trying to come up with a better explanation for liberals and their mindset, and you wouldn't be able to do it because this is it. If you fail at everything else, you simply make your entire life about being, quote, morally superior
than everybody else. And you know those people. So do I.
I know better, even though
I know nothing.
I've got that Facebook family member.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, it is perfect.
My sweet Aunt Peg.
Yeah.
All the time, man. Yeah. Why can't you just? I think flock cameras are fine. They're helpful. Like, well, do you care about your privacy at all? Seems like you would. It doesn't matter what it is. You can always find it, and it's always laid out there for you. So absolutely right. Being obsessed with being morally superior. When we continue on Extra 106.3, they're going to put me in the movies, and all I got to do is act naturally. Next on Extra.
Oh, get ready for next segment. Things are about to get really, really nutty around here. But before then, let's talk about Howard Brothers and Xmark. Hey, it's Los. The sun's blazing. You know that. We had a 100-degree day yesterday. Thank you, Bryce. You need to fix this. And the grass, it keeps growing because every other day it keeps pouring. Well, that's where your Xmark is ready to handle it all. August lawns, they don't take a break. You know this. You've seen your lawn. But with the Xmark zero-turn mower, you'll have the power to beat the heat and get back in the shade in no time. And let's face it, that's really the goal once you get on out there. I don't want to drop 20 more pounds anymore when I'm out there and be like, oh, my God, this is awful. No, I want to get back inside, get myself a cold beverage. Built tough and engineered for precision, Xmark delivers a faster, cleaner cut every time. So don't just mow like a pro this cutting season with Xmark. Visit Howard Brothers today and don't wait. Their expert team is ready to help you find the perfect mower for your needs. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Xmark and Howard Brothers.
Every vote should count once and count right. Because trust in the process isn't optional, it's the law. And Xtra 106.3 is proud to be Atlanta's conservative voice, bringing you the newsmakers and lawmakers that matter when it matters most. Listen live or stream us anywhere on the Xtra 106.3 app.
Calling all hunters, hikers, and anglers. Join the Braves for Hunting and Fishing Night, Saturday, October 29th. Score a Chipper Jones Realtree APX Camo Replica Jersey giveaway. Plus, our partners at the Georgia Department of Natural Resources are bringing the outdoors to Truist Park with live reptiles, a massive aquarium display, inflatable archery, hunting license sales, and more fun for the whole family. Get your tickets now at braves.com/hunting and fishing. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
Your yard, it stresses you out. Between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, it's pet friendly, and it looks amazing all year round. Those in the know use ATL Turf Go. ATL Turf Go is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a backyard of your dreams with a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. They handle everything from design and grading to construction and drainage solutions. So whether it's residential lawns or recreational sports fields, ATL Turf Go can build you a stress-free space you'll love. So say goodbye to mowing, maintenance, and your wasted weekends. Learn more and schedule your free in-home consultation today. Call ATL Turf Go, 678-403-2339. That's 678-403-2339. Or visit atlturfco.com.
Toyota's national sales event is happening now through August 31st at Marietta Toyota. Commuting every day? Well, the 2026 Toyota Camry is now all hybrid with up to, get this, 53 miles per gallon city driving, an easy way to cut fuel stops without giving up comfort. And right now, Camry is the smart move for drivers who want Toyota reliability, everyday comfort, and better fuel efficiency for the road ahead. Every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, limited time, and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. We'll go to Best of Cobb for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, Best Service Center. For well-qualified buyers, special financing is available on the new 2026 Camry Hybrid as low as 4.99% APR, 48 months, now through August 31st. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota. Since 1975, we've been here and we'll be here for you.
4.99% APR for 48 months with approved credit through SCTF. Not all buyers qualify. Offer ends 8/31/26. See dealer for details. All prices exclude tax, tag, and title, and include $699 dock fee and $257 electronic tag fee.
The walk-off home run, the buzzer beater, the photo finish. That feeling when everything lines up and you get what you need just when you need it. It feels unbelievable in sports, but when it comes to your finances, it makes you feel unstoppable. Visit Truist.com today to see how having the tools you need and a great team by your side can help you take your game to the next level. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Now on to the bonus round. On average, what's the biggest purchase you'll make in your lifetime?
My house.
My car? Nope. Jane?
My husband's golf habit.
Close, but no. Think bigger. It's your retirement. Think of all the effort and research you put into buying a car or your home. And while these are important purchases, the cost doesn't come close to a 25-year retirement. You're literally buying a lifestyle. So what kind of lifestyle do you want? Evan Ward and his team at Atlas Retirement help clients plan for retirement based on their individual goals. Whether it's an Alaskan cruise or taking the grandkids out for snow cones, a trip to Europe, or a trip across town, the team at Atlas Retirement can tailor your retirement to the lifestyle you've always wanted. Call 678-252-5224 or atlasretirement.net.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
The new All-Pro battery by Steel. Tackle any task with 60% more peak power. Exclusively available only at your local Steel dealer. 60% peak power comparison between AP300PC and AP300S.
The stories that matter to you. These are your Georgia headlines.
It's Wednesday, August 19th, and here are your headlines. Tuesday night's primaries delivered a mixed night for President Trump as his endorsed candidates scored big wins in Florida and Wyoming, but also took some losses as well. A Socialist Democrat, Angie Nixon, pulled off a major upset in Florida's Senate primary, defending Alexander Vindman, despite being dramatically outspent, and in Wyoming, voters rejected Trump's choice for governor. A major human trafficking operation in Georgia has helped recover 11 missing children. Attorney General Chris Carr says the operation also led to the indictment of 36-year-old Eric Gordon, who was accused of trafficking a 16-year-old girl in Fulton County. And finally, Home Depot is facing calls to ditch flock license plate readers at its stores. Critics want the Atlanta-based retailer to prevent ICE from using its parking lots or stores for immigration enforcement. Home Depot says it does not participate in or coordinate immigration actions. Coming up next, we're going to test Tug's moving knowledge, but first, the heat continues across the metro area today with a high of 95 and a low of 73. Your Extra 106.3 headlines, I'm Bryce Gobert.
Y'all, I'm not all that hungry. But if there were food available, I would eat until I couldn't breathe with all the suggestions that are coming in from social media and on the phones and then via email. The one Mexican grill from our friend Stephanie, Dahlonega Street and Cumming. Lowe's got one off Mansell.
Little Kiko's Taqueria.
Love it. Kevin says there's one over in Norcross that you got to dive into.
If you're serving early, that's really the key here. I will try anything that serves at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Because I want to be able to grab stuff to bring in here.
And we want him to be able to bring stuff in here.
That's right. I want to be able to bring some little bit of breakfast tacos in the morning and see how it goes. Because every now and then, I will grab you some stuff from QT or anything else like that.
Which is fine.
Which is fine.
And appreciate it.
It's fine. It's good. But every now and then, we've talked about authentic Mexican breakfast tacos. And if you can find them,
count me in. Let's see. I'm trying to right now. Jeff reaches out and says, trying to eat right, but y'all are making me want to drive and get a plate of tacos. That's what Jeff says.
Jeff, treat yourself.
That's right. Jeff, what's up?
Jeff, okay.
Find him at Real Jeff Clark.
Quick suggestion, potato with some eggs. If you want to, if they have fresh beans, great source of protein.
Shoot, yeah.
No cheese.
Boo.
And you'll be fine.
Well, it's just, it's because
I know.
But I'm just saying, it's just a whole lot. If you're just trying, if you're saying, I want to eat right.
Yeah.
You can do well with a taco that's loaded with protein. At that point, you're just consuming it, and it's not anywhere near. It's just a little bit of flour with that. If you want corn, get them in corn. It's even better for you.
Even better. Yep. So good.
Then you can have the cheese back if you get the corn.
Oh, God. He's making trade-offs.
Yeah, I love it, though. I love the way you're thinking. That's so great. It's like, I'll do good here, and then I'll add back to bad. It'll balance itself out. This is great. I love it. I can go cheese or without. I'm fine with either one. I am just fine with either one. Morning Extra and Extra 106.3, on top of talking about tacos and great places to get breakfast.
By the
tacos.
way, AI does say this.
Yeah?
A corn taco with egg, potato, and fresh beans is a very healthy and balanced meal. It gives you whole grains, good protein, and fiber. It fuels your body and keeps you full for a long time.
Bryce.
Sorry, Tug, my bad.
Good heavens, dude.
Had too many beans this morning.
Clearly. Yeah. So tasty and so good for you. What else could you ask for? I mean... So anybody that
and by the way, it's a 230 calorie taco. You're gonna
crazy.
Burn through that driving home.
Yeah, no, that's right.
It's fine.
The fact that
get on it, Jeff.
That means you can eat 5 of them.
3 if you.
I just had half of my daily intake for calories because I ate 5 breakfast tacos.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's the problem I have.
Animal.
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. I've talked about this. Like, I remember when I turned 40, I felt like my metabolism was like, brrr. Now that I'm knocking on 50's door, my appetite has not stopped. It's still just as healthy as it's always been. So teaching myself, and I'm failing, I'm getting probably an F in teaching myself about portion control. That's something that I've got to learn. I just have to.
It's just ingredients, man.
Well, I know,
It's
but
really
like
all it is, what it comes down to. It's just ingredients.
right, but that
Better
would be
food
good.
will fill you up faster.
Yeah, no, and I know that's true. And then I have to eat slower. Like, there's just a couple things that I know I have to do.
Bad food is like fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
Like the reason why your drugs are cut with fentanyl, it's so you need more of it.
Mm-hmm.
The fentanyl pulls you out of the high faster. That's why drugs get cut with it. So now you gotta go buy more. Now, if somebody doesn't put the right amount of fentanyl, it's gonna kill you.
Yeah, right.
But that's the reason why it's in your stuff. The right food, you will be full for much longer than if you were to just be like, let me just pick up whatever that's from a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
Why am I hungry an hour or two later?
Yeah.
Because the food's designed to make sure you're hungry again quickly.
But my wife will make, she's really good at night because we always eat at home. We probably, I don't know, 5 out of 7 nights of the week we eat at home, and she's making sure that everything is done the right way, and I admire that. Even then, dude, I'm like, freak like Cookie Monster, just putting it down. I've got to figure out that portion thing, maybe one day. But another thing that we talk about on the show a lot is movies and TV, and I've not seen a lot, Los.
No, especially when we started talking about some of the Marvel movies, because recently you've now had Spider-Man that has now passed $2 billion.
Billion.
Okay, it's going to be and let's recognize here, it is largely a solo movie. Like the Avengers movies are huge because it's an ensemble cast and it's big.
And it builds on top of each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In this case, the Spider-Man movie does feature, you've got a couple of other characters, like Punisher's in there, Hulk is in there, but they're very minor characters. It's a Spider-Man movie, $2 billion. So started realizing when we would ask you Marvel questions, like how long did it take before we finally got you to recognize who Thanos was?
A long time, and I'm still not 100% certain.
Like I know my former coworker Brian Hoyt, he just started calling him Purple Shaq.
right.
He's big and he's purple.
Yeah,
he's like, oh yeah, that guy who did that. He's Purple Shaq.
Purple Shaq's great.
All right, he's the same way. So
he didn't watch him either. I didn't know that about Brian.
Yeah, he watched them because of his kids, but he's not the same way. So I have developed a quiz. You have 10 questions. See how many we can get through. Some are multiple choice, but I want to test your knowledge, and I think these are baseline questions. In fact, I would say for those of you that do enjoy or watch Marvel movies, play along at home. See how many you would get right. Let us know. You can call us in. You can call us up at 404-741-1230. Let us know how many you got right. Hit us up over on with the extras over on the YouTube channel, or reach out to us on X. All right, let us know how many you get. All right, so number 1. Are you ready, Tug?
I think so. Not really.
Some multiple choice.
Okay, this is good. I like that. Multiple guess is what I call it.
What is the first name of Captain America? Is it Steve, David, or Tony?
David? No!
Steve Rogers.
Steve. Got it.
Okay, so 0 for 1. We'll start right there.
Yeah.
All right. This is a yes or no question.
I hate these.
So sorry, I just gave you 3 options. So yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
In the Marvel movies, is Black Widow an Avenger?
Yes.
Yeah!
Come on!
If you're watching on YouTube, Tug flipped an imaginary coin and went with that. All right, this is going to be multiple choice here.
Okay.
Question 3. Before joining the Avengers, Iron Man Tony Stark was dying of what? Was it gonorrhea, diarrhea, lung cancer, blood toxicity, or scurvy?
Good Lord. There's too many options here. It's not diarrhea. It's not gonorrhea. So it had to be, what were the other 3?
Lung cancer, blood toxicity, or scurvy.
Lung cancer.
Incorrect.
Was it the blood thing?
Yeah.
I see it.
Too much of the
It seemed so obvious to me that it was that, and I was like, no, because they're tricking me. They're luring
But
me
you
in.
also knew scurvy's killed a lot of sailors.
I did, and he's not a sailor because
It's entirely possible.
He's doing something completely
All
different.
right, 1 out of 3 so far. You're batting 333. If this is Major Leagues, you're an all-star.
I'm going to the Hall of Fame.
All right, number 4. Hawkeye famously uses what type of weapon? Is it a spear, a hammer, a bow and arrow, or a slingshot?
Bow and arrow.
Yes, Tug. Wow.
Yeah, baby. I'm at 500.
That one for sure.
I'm impressed on that answer.
I thought he was going to go hammer. I really did. Yeah, I was like, he's going to say
I
hammer.
was torn between slingshot and bow and
Do
arrow.
you know who uses a hammer?
Bonus question.
Thor.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, baby. I feel like some of this comes from my young years watching some of the cartoons back in the day. I feel like some of it's there, but so I feel like I'm cheating mildly.
All right. So in the Avengers movies, we have Avengers. We have Avengers Age of Ultron. We have Avengers Infinity War. You have Avengers Endgame. Okay. Question 5. In what movie do the Avengers fight Gargamel?
Gargamel? I thought he was on the Smurfs. Give me the list again. What's the list of movies again? What's so funny? Why is everybody laughing? I feel like I'm missing something. What am I missing?
You are correct.
What do you mean I'm correct?
Gargamel was a Smurf.
Gargamel's from the Smurfs.
Oh, he wasn't in the movies? There was not a character named Gargamel? I thought maybe there was just another character. I had no idea. Dude, I was so lost. I was like, what is so funny? Why am I not getting the joke? Have I missed something? Okay.
I really thought that he was going to pick one of the movies.
Well, no,
I did too.
But there, really, I was like, surely there's another character named Gargamel's reason. And I had no idea that y'all were trying to throw me a curve. Look at me hitting it out of the dadgum park.
All right, question 6. Thor is known as a god of what? Is he the god of love, the heavens, thunder, or muscles?
Thunder. Dude,
well done.
Killing this.
Well done.
God,
All
accidentally.
right. Got a handful more.
Okay.
As we have the Great Tug Marvel movie quiz.
Because I've seen 0 of these movies.
But he's doing well enough. You're over 500.
I'll take it.
You're solid. All right. Question 7. Identify a Black Avenger. I'll give you multiple options. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Black Widow, War Machine, Falcon, Loki, Ebony Maw, or Proxima Midnight. Identify
Black Widow's too obvious.
a Black Avenger.
Black Widow's too obvious. That. Give me the list again.
Black Widow,
Yeah.
War Machine, Falcon, Loki, Ebony Maw, or Proxima Midnight.
I'm going to go Falcon. Jackpot.
I'm impressed.
There's actually 2 in there.
Was there? What was the other one?
You could have also gone War Machine.
I see. I'd never heard of that. I didn't. I thought you were making something up. Not just trying to throw me down. Throw me off. And then but the Black Widow one was too obvious. I have no idea who Black Widow is, but I thought that was too obvious.
Do yourself a favor. Look up a picture of Black
you
Widow.
want to look up Black Widow in there.
Oh.
If you just want to look up Black Widow Marvel and just see how things go from there.
Black Widow Marvel. Oh wow! Hey girl.
It's Scarlett Johansson's character.
Hey girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last few questions.
Yep.
All right. Question 8. Which Avenger was infected with gamma radiation? Is it C-3PO, Ben Kenobi, Bruce Banner, or Jar Jar Binks?
Bruce Banner. I remember from the TV show The Incredible Hulk, the reason that he became the Incredible Hulk.
Impressive, because he hasn't seen any of the movies.
0.
But he does have a background. He watched The Incredible Hulk.
I loved that show as a kid.
This is impressive.
It used to freak me out when he would turn into the Incredible Hulk a little bit. Like it was hard for me to watch. And then once he did the thing, I was good. But just when it all was going, I don't know why it weirded me out.
You're on a 6 correct answer streak.
Let's go.
Pretty good. All right, question 9. Who is the upcoming villain in the next Marvel Avengers movie? Is it Ultra? Is it Victor Doom? Is it Gandalf? Or is it the Death Star?
Give me the first two again.
Ultra, Victor Doom. Also Gandalf and the Death Star.
Yeah, I know it's not Gandalf because that's from Lord of the Rings or one of those, something like that. Death Star
like that.
is Star Wars, so it's got to be Ultra or that. What was the second name?
Victor Doom.
Victor Doom. It's got to be one of those two. Victor Doom. Complete guess.
The movie is called Doomsday.
Oh, makes sense enough.
All right, your final one. So far, seven correct.
I'm actually really surprised at this.
This is good. You wanted this too.
I'm not kidding you. I'm really
8
surprised.
if you include the bonus question.
I don't know. For average sake, I don't think we should.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see how he does. I mean, did they you think they were just giving away bonus at Dalton College?
No.
Dalton College and State University was not just handing out
That's why I
A's
failed.
to anybody.
That's why I failed. They're like, hell no, he's not getting anything.
It's like, listen, he used a comma splice. I don't know if you can count what he's doing there.
Twice. He did it twice, idiot.
All right, final question. Question 10. Which Marvel movie character was famously used as a Russian intelligence operative? Was it Johnny Cage? Was it Kano? Was it Bucky Barnes? Or was it Nick Fury?
Oof. I know the first two feel like Street Fighter names or video game names. Give me that last two. Give me the last two again.
Bucky Barnes, Nick Fury.
Bucky Barnes. I've never heard of Bucky Barnes. Nick Fury? Nick Fury. Bucky Barnes.
James Buchanan, Bucky Barnes.
Oh, got it. I'd never heard that.
He was the Winter Soldier if you watch Captain America, Winter Soldier.
I didn't know.
You would like that movie too.
Okay.
Great movie.
Okay.
It's a great movie.
All right.
And that one is the combo of Winter Soldier with Scarlett Johansson,
Hey, girl.
with the Falcon, and Captain America.
Who plays the Falcon?
That is suddenly blank.
His name Anthony something?
Yeah, Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
Oh, Falcon.
Yeah, he's Sam Wilson, Anthony. You have to remember three names.
Yeah,
the
that's a
Falcon,
lot.
Captain America is Sam Wilson, is Anthony Mackie.
That's a lot. I'd never remember all that.
Tug, I'm impressed with the work you just did.
7 out of 10.
I'm surprised too, because I mean, I'm telling you, I've seen 0 of these movies, and
I'm impressed. I really thought, first off, I did think you would pick Gandalf at some point.
No, what Gandalf isn't that Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings.
Did you watch any of those movies? Mm-mm. It's just part of pop culture.
Yeah,
that you know
exactly.
Gandalf.
You just know who it is. Yeah.
I am glad that Steve Rogers didn't ever hit your radar.
No.
Captain America.
No, I had no idea.
David Rogers, you mean?
David
Rogers.
Yeah, I chose David. Sorry about that.
And yes, at least you knew that Tony Stark was not dying of gonorrhea or diarrhea.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, I feel like you planted those there to give me, because you probably thought by the time we got to that point, we're going to be off the rails on the crazy train, and all of them be wrong. You're trying to set me up for a win there, and I appreciate that.
Hey, that's a 7 out of 10. That's a C.
Let's go.
Listen, had you gotten a D, D is diploma.
No, I know.
You did
That's right.
well there.
Cousin Brittany said you should watch them all in order. You don't think they've suggested that, Cousin Brittany? You don't think they've suggested that 1,000 times right now?
See, Brittany understands. You're in for a treat if you ever do so, but you won't.
No, probably not. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, probably not. I'm not saying that I'm against it necessarily, but when would I
Let
have
Cousin
time?
Brittany know that if I ever abduct you, I'm going to make you watch Marvel movies in order to feed. Like, listen, Tug, there will be no food today if you don't watch these movies. Let me go. Nope.
It's just it's like, it's like a hostage film.
Oh, it's like Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, it's
Gonna make you watch these films.
They lift the bandana off your eyes.
We're gonna finish with the final movie, and then I'll go like, okay, now you can go free.
Yeah.
And then you know what? You'll thank me.
Yes, I will. Be like,
we should take Tug to Doomsday.
Which one?
It won't make any sense to him.
Well, baby,
There's way too
let's
much
go see
history.
have y'all seen the new Spider-Man? You probably already have.
Yeah, but I'd go see it again. It's a great movie.
My wife would be pissed because I told her no, but I won't go.
She can come.
No,
she has to sit 2 rows behind us like she's dad.
That's right. You don't get to sit with the boys, girl. That's right. Brittany says she just wanted to second it. At least do Captain America, and she says she'll help you abduct me. And
okay, good.
I feel like this is a terrible idea.
That's right.
All of this is bad.
Tug's not actually going on vacation. We're actually abducting him to watch Marvel movies.
See, Cousin Brittany, at some point, Tug will wish he had a friend like Bucky Barnes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
What might Bucky do to help? Because I can't remember who he is.
It's just a close friend.
I can't remember which.
Never know when you need a close friend.
That's right.
Well, exactly. Well, I'm glad I got y'all to make sure I'm on the straight and narrow. Cousin Nick said he doesn't like the movies either. But I've not seen them, so I don't know if I like them. He just he says he doesn't.
What was his other suggestion when I decided that Cousin Nick was not on top of his game?
Oh, let's see. What was it?
I think he told me about Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Yeah, something like that.
I think he might have liked Transformer movies.
Something. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember.
It's like my friend who told me about how funny Hot Tub Time Machine was. That's why Patrick does not get a movie pass anymore. You hear me? You hear me there, O'Higgins?
Patrick.
I know you listen to this show. Hot Tub Time Machine was terrible.
Oh, Lord. Morning Xtra at Xtra 106.3 when we come back. What Presbo promised and what he delivered on Xtra 106.3.
Extra 106.3 Sports, powered by 680 The Fan.
Good morning. Here are your sports headlines for Wednesday, August 19th. The Atlanta Braves dropped their second game in Minnesota last night to the Twins as the bats have gone cold. 4-1 the final. The Braves do close out the three-game series this afternoon, looking to avoid a sweep. It'll be A.J. Smith-Shawver coming to the rotation to make the start. He'll be opposed by Taj Bradley. First pitch is set for 1:40 this afternoon. You can hear all the game action on our sister station, 680 The Fan, and for free on the Fan app. From the NFL, the Atlanta Falcons have signed a pass rusher to help with their depth as they have reached a one-year deal with 33-year-old Zadarius Smith. He spent last season with the Philadelphia Eagles. The 11-year veteran has 70.5 career sacks. With your sports headlines, I'm Carlos Medina.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPSETC.com.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org. Helping warriors navigate to success after service.
The right partner makes all the difference. For more than 185 years, we've forged personal relationships with our customers and communities, funding economic development and rallying around the causes that are important to our neighbors. With the technology, products, and expertise you'd expect from a big bank and the local decision-making and commitment to community from your neighborhood bank, United Bankshares is your trusted financial partner for life. Learn more at bankwithunited.com. United Bankshares, member FDIC.
Atlantis Mark from the Safe House. Have a question. Am I the only person who thinks communist Democrats have lost their minds? Yes, communist Democrats coming to a city near you. Democrats have abandoned law-abiding citizens, shut the front door, and I thought fake safes were bad, much less fake Americans, communist Democrats. So drop by Atlanta Safe House and secure your valuables from the bad guys. We carry true American brands like Browning and Fort Knox. And remember, we don't use crackheads or illegals to deliver our safes. So go to AtlantaSafehouse.com. That's AtlantaSafehouse.com.
Anyone can choose to make a difference. You can help people succeed, rebuild after disasters, protect the environment, or feed the hungry. Not only will you make a difference for others, but for yourself. You can earn money for college, learn career skills, and make friendships that last a lifetime. Make a difference. Choose your future. Choose AmeriCorps.
Sponsored by AmeriCorps.
There's never been a better time to fall in love with Subaru from Subaru of Gwinnett. Now through August 31st, get award-winning vehicles and exceptional offers from a brand you trust during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Explore the full lineup of hybrid, electric, gas, and wilderness vehicles, including the trusted 2026 Subaru Forester and the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback. Every Subaru is made with love and built to last, with dependability and value coming standard. It's no surprise why Consumer Reports named Subaru the best overall automotive brand for 2 years in a row, based on reliability, safety, owner satisfaction, and road test evaluations. At Subaru of Gwinnett, there's a lot to discover and a lot to love. Get special low rates on select vehicles from August 1st through August 31st on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, or start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com. Consumer Reports does not endorse products or services. Visit Subaru.com/CR to learn more.
Need a quick sports fix? Catch Holy Crap, It's Sports with Pete Davis every weekday at 5:20 on The Kimmer Show. It's fast, funny, and a break from the political chaos. Only on Extra 106.3.
Tug and Los until 10. We're still breaking down the Marvel movies because the suggestions continue to come in about movies that I should watch and partake in.
Your cousins have all jumped in.
Which is crazy, because I was telling Lowe's, I have 3 cousins that listen to the show. My cousin Brittany, her brother, cousin Andrew, and then my cousin Nick down in Orlando. I've never had family members listen to my shows before, ever, that I recall anyway. Maybe there was a one-off where like, hey, I heard you talking about whatever, but not with regularity. So and they're so engaged in what we're talking about. It's just, it's sweet to me, and it means a lot to me.
It's different for me. Once I came down the hall, my wife and my parents stopped listening to the show.
Which is crazy.
Just kind of the opposite effect.
I almost feel bad bringing this up, man. I feel like I just put Los.
You got that Cats in the Cradle? You got that ready to go?
Put Los in a bad way this morning.
Oh, here we go. Let's just wait for the Kimmer joke.
Yeah.
He came to the world in the usual way, but there were mics to grab and shows to play. The camera fell while I was away.
Okay, there we go. It's really what I needed.
That's right.
While I was away.
Yes, that's right. My family has disowned me because I'm a conservative commentator now, and none of them like me anymore.
It was funny when I went over to our sister station to do the sports and talk about, Chuck and Chernoff. And by the way, I retweeted it. So now it made its way nationally to Awful Announcing, which cool. Granted, they will highlight a lot of stuff where you're like, oh, that's bad.
Oh, yeah,
in this case, it's like, hey, give love to these dudes who did 25 years together. But once it's now there, I'm like, oh, man, baby, it's gone national.
Yeah, that's big time.
That was fun. Like I said, when I went down the hall on Monday, I didn't talk any politics, and I probably should have just dropped in a little joke here or there.
Yeah, you did, because Matt said he's running for afternoons, and you were like, oh no, well, I've been running for mornings.
I forgot. He talked about, hey,
he tried to steal your idea.
No, well, kind of. He said he was talking about the show that he's going to be doing with John Kincaid, and he says, I hope you give us a chance. We're going to be on the ballot this fall. And I said, oh, you're running for afternoons? That's interesting. I've been running for mornings for a while. And I just
got it.
Cracked him up thinking like, oh, okay.
Yeah. See if you can get your own signs, Matt Chernoff.
Yeah.
Bet you won't have
go run for afternoons. You see how well that works.
Yeah. Tug and Los until 10 here on Extra 106.3. This morning has flown. I mean, it feels like it evaporated.
It helps when you have senioritis.
It does.
You're ready to go to the beach.
That's it. Man, I cannot
That's my
wait.
job. Make your show go flying by for your final one before vacation.
Sir, you've done well. Nike stumbles. I should be happy with that, but I'm not. I'll explain why next on Extra 106.3.
Time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
Listening to a radio show the other day, yeah, I know, I'm supposed to be retired, but listening I was, and the question came up, should we ban any more Muslims from entering the United States? Now, here's an idea. that sounds good, at least to me, on the surface, but then you think about it, our Constitution, our laws just wouldn't permit it. Oh, yeah, it would be nice if all immigrants to the United States really wanted to become part of the fabric of American society. They wanted to acclimate. They wanted to be Americans. That's not the way it is with most Muslims. In a recent open discussion among experts about Muslim immigration, they listed 3 stages that we need to look out for. Now, listen to this. You'll find it really strikes home. Stage number 1, few Muslims in number, so they play the victim. They're oppressed, and they start screaming about Islamophobia, and they show tolerance for others. Then here comes phase 2, a larger minority. Then they get indignant. They start threatening. They start demanding Sharia law, and they become intolerant of us infidels out there. Finally, phase 3, Muslims in America, a clear majority. Domination. They become militant. They demand strict Sharia law. And as their holy book demands of them, they start killing infidels, subduing infidels, enslave them. Those are your choices if you're a Muslim. Should we ban Muslim integration? Hell yes. Is there a way to really do it? Probably not. So stand by. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
This is Tom, the honest car guy, and we got a surprise call in from a customer of ours, Travis, out in Jefferson, Georgia. Travis, good to hear from you, buddy. You want to tell a little bit about the experience you had with me at the honest car guy?
The whole experience, honestly, was one of the smoothest car experiences that we've ever gone through, meaning that there's no pressure. There's no runaround. It's just straight up honest service. The price that you guys present or find for you, that's what you are going to pay. And you just get a great deal. I've been educated to a newer process of the car dealership game. You guys have not come in and you're setting the benchmark for how car dealing and car buying and car selling really should be.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
And now, Deep Thoughts with Neil Bortz.
Remember, it could always be worse. You could be the Kimmer.
An Extra 106.3 AI exclusive. The Morning Extra. Every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta. A Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
A Democratic socialist is a step closer to the U.S. Senate. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Angie Nixon scored an upset in Florida, outspent 16-1, and trailing in the polls, she beat Alex Vindeman in the Democratic Senate primary by 12 points, telling MS Now.
All across the state of Florida and this nation, people are demanding change. They are tired of the billionaire and corporations running this country.
Nixon's trying to unseat Republican Senator Ashley Moody in November. 2 other Democratic socialists lost, however, in Florida, trying to unseat 2 Democrats in Congress, but Jared Moskowitz and Debbie Wasserman Schultz beat the challengers. Republican Congressman Corey Mills did not. He was primaried out, defeated by GOP challenger Ryan Elijah. Mills is under an ethics investigation and is the 11th House lawmaker to lose this year. Another GOP congressman won the Republican primary for Florida governor, Byron Donalds.
My administration will be guided by 3 pillars: making Florida accountable, achievable, and most of all, affordable.
Donalds will face David Jolly in November. Jolly used to be a Republican in Congress. He switched parties and won the Democratic nomination for governor.
And in Alaska, incumbent Republican Dan Sullivan and Democrat Mary Peltola will advance in the Senate primary. The top 4 candidates advance to the general election by ranked choice voting. Democrats are eyeing this seat as one of their top flip races this November.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. In Wyoming, Republican Congresswoman Harriet Hageman won the GOP Senate primary in a very red state. She's the favorite to win in November November, replacing retired Republican Senator Cynthia Lummis. Canada has avoided 50% tariffs on a lot of goods in the U.S. President Trump delayed them.
He says the United States and Canada have agreed a trade deal and the two countries just need time to finalise the documents. There's been a cross-border impasse on several issues, including US tariffs on cars and many Canadian provinces banning American liquor sales.
That's Jonathan Savage. America's listening to...
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
No traffic, no big deal. It's the Morning Extra on 106.3.
Yes, sir. Come on. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Come on. A couple notes from the last hour. David says, I haven't seen all the Marvel movies in order either, but it ties you up and forces you to watch them. Go with Captain America, The First Avenger, Thor, and Avengers. He said, I suggest those 3 because you can watch them anytime and enjoy them just like for the first time. I guess they're not connected anymore.
I would agree, although in the interest of what's going to occur, you probably do need to watch the first 2 Iron Man movies as well.
To make which one of those?
Because the primary characters, like you already know Hulk just from movies, and there's no like Hulk background movies. Like there's Bruce Banner's Hulk. There's no Black Widow. There's a origin story that comes out of 8 years later from 10 years later from most of these movies. But you don't need to watch that either. If you do see Thor, Captain America, and First Avenger, you can watch. Because the next Captain America First Avenger to me it's a quality movie, but to me, when you get into Winter Soldier and Civil War, those are better movies.
Okay.
Like those are really good movies.
Okay.
You don't have to really watch, if you don't want to, the third Iron Man. The first one is fine. The second one, it starts to get more towards him becoming an Avenger.
But you need the first one to understand the second one? Do they stack on each other like that?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Chris says, I could only draw my Marvel knowledge from childhood cartoons as well. You're not alone. So I remember, and Cousin Brittany says ditto, Los, on your suggestions there.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy.
It's just because your primary characters that you're going to see in these movies, it's going to center around Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America. In fact, when they fight Thanos, those are the 3 that are approaching Thanos. So those stories, the background stories, I think are the most important if you want to lead up to being able to see some of these movies and enjoy them.
So this is going crazy. Super Friends. I used to watch Super Friends as a kid.
I remember that, yeah.
It was like from the 70s.
Yeah.
But it had, I feel like some of those characters, I feel like I recognize some of them from, is that ridiculous? Am I making
I remember those.
Okay.
I still remember watching X-Men when it was like the late 80s, early 90s.
I don't remember watching that one as much, but I remember watching Spider-Man and
I remember Spider-Man
and His Amazing Friends or something like that.
I remember thinking that, wow, that redhead and Mary Jane is really pretty for a cartoon girl.
Yeah. How are you doing? She's wearing yellow. Is that right? Yeah. And so I remember watching that, and I remember watching Super Friends. Those are the ones that I remember watching the most. But it was, Super Friends was Superman, Batman and Robin, Aquaman, because he talks to the fishes. They had Wonder Woman in there too, and there's a couple others that I don't even recognize.
They're all DC comic.
Okay, so that's totally different then.
It's yes. So DC and Marvel are 2 competing comic groups.
Right.
But again,
Did they ever overlap, those two?
No, but you do have jokes that go on.
Okay.
So if you were to ever, I can't believe you haven't seen. All right, if you were to watch Deadpool and Wolverine, which just to take a step back here. Yep. So the first movie that was legitimately R-rated and then was like a number one movie was Deadpool.
Okay. Because that's one they cuss a lot, Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
Okay.
There are other R-rated, like you can go back if you want to go back to when we were you were in the Navy, I was just getting out of high school and then into college. A lot of this kicked off with like the Blade movies.
The vampire?
Yes, with Wesley Snipes. As far as like our movie, that kind of thing.
And I've kind of seen bits and pieces that I've not seen any of all.
But so Deadpool, by the time you get to Deadpool and Wolverine, that one makes so many jokes towards DC and also the previous movie houses, the movie companies that used to own the rights to different ones.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends was so good, and you're so right, because I just pulled up some pictures. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, how could she be so hot? She's not even real. You know, the whatever her name was.
How could you be so hot? She's not even real. Mary Jane.
Mary Jane in the yellow costume.
Well, and that's why there's every Spider-Man has in all these universes some version of Mary Jane.
Yep. So wait, I don't think I ever put that together.
Yeah.
That's who that. Okay. And then Iceman wasn't even was he even a character?
He's an X-Men character.
That's okay.
So if you go back and watch the X-Men movies, there is Iceman. Okay. Although you don't see him as Iceman until the X-Men: The Last Stand, and then he shows up in. This is how, man, I really want.
You're deep.
Days of Future Past is when you see like, okay, that's actually Iceman.
Yeah, holy cow.
Not the fighter pilot.
Right. Yeah, no. They do that chomps his teeth.
I just find myself whenever my kids like the movies.
Yeah, sure.
And so they'll be on, and I'll just sit down, and before I know it, I'm an hour into one of them.
And my son and wife kind of bonded over that too. They love it. They can't wait to watch. They wanted to go see the Spider-Man movie together, and Laura tried to. I told you she wanted to last weekend. She's like, "You want to go see it?" And I was like, "Sure." And she knew I didn't want to go, so she didn't make me.
It's worth it. It's
yeah,
good.
I know. But there's a little bit of me is like, well, why don't y'all wait? Because that's your thing. You've watched all of them together.
This is a theater experience.
That movie specifically? Yeah. All right. Morning Xtra next.
It's made over $2 billion. It's not like I'm telling you.
No, I know.
To go watch like Shazam.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Shazam is a cute movie, but that's not a theater experience for me.
Yeah, you can watch that one at home. It probably been better than Nona's last weekend. Vince Vaughn's Nona's.
I thought it was Nana's.
Maybe it is Nana's. I don't even know.
Yeah, you failed there. You watched a movie about old ladies that are cooking.
Yeah, right. I was hungry too. Just like we were talking about those burritos earlier.
Then I needed something uplifting.
Yeah, that's right.
So I watched Schindler's List and cried my eyes out. I made a mistake. I thought it was a different movie.
We watched 2 more episodes of Shrinks with Harrison Ford. It's okay. It's still not great. But it's something that my wife enjoys, and I'm actually watching it with her. And it's very much like, kind of like, y'all. You're like, hey, you should watch. And she's always trying to she likes watching TV, and I don't. That's what it is. And so I just try to occasionally not completely complain through the entirety. Like she wanted to go see. This was back when the vampire thing was big and Twilight was big. And
because she wanted to watch a movie about being torn between 2 lovers.
Yes, absolutely. And one of them happened to be a werewolf, the other a vampire.
Every woman falls for it.
It's like drugs. You're hooked. So I went and watched I think it was the second one with her, and I beed and complained the entire time. Said, I'm never going to a movie with you again. So, and it was just awful. It was so bad. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. It was god awful. Never, ever, ever make me want anything like that again. But, so she's always trying to find something that might be good that she thinks I might like, and That's what we landed on, and it's awful too.
I just
okay at best.
asked this to AI.
Yep.
I said, why do women fall for movies where the female character is torn between two lovers? And it points out emotional intensity, wish fulfillment, and appeal of high-stakes choice.
Well, yeah, you want to be pursued, right? Don't women? I think that's a pretty natural thing that women want to be pursued.
So you took your wife to go see Twilight.
Well, she wanted to see it, and I agreed to go with her.
Wish fulfillment.
Yeah.
Desirability, fantasy, contrasting ideals, built-in conflict, and payoff.
Yeah, all of it, man. All of it. You know, what it was team, I can't remember their names anymore. But I just remember that somebody was team werewolf and somebody was team vampire. You know, that was
Sure.
It blew up on social media early
like
on.
Taco Bell had like cups.
Yeah, they did, right, yes. It was that big. It was gigantic, man. It was Taylor Swift big there for a little bit.
Poor Bryce. Bryce was like 8.
Yeah, I got no idea what y'all are talking about. I know I did see a Twilight movie filmed it when we were at a Pirates game one time.
They filmed part of a movie at the Pirates
During
game?
the game.
They went to a ball game in one of those movies? Well, I didn't see that one. Thankfully, I didn't see that one.
We didn't know. We just kind of showed up and the dude sliding down an elevator.
Huh. Because the one I did see was awful.
All right.
It was terrible.
The first Twilight movie was in 2008.
How old were you then?
6, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dang,
definitely not on his radar.
Yeah. Oh, it seems crazy because of how big that was.
It was huge.
Yeah, and then just,
Not into vampires.
And now,
Well,
and now look at him.
And now look at him.
Now he's all sports professional.
That's
He's
right.
just skipped the whole vampire wolfman thing.
Vampires and zombies were huge for a little while. I got so tired of that genre. I watched none of it, and I was already tired of it. And but it was big for a while.
But he didn't skip Deadpool and Wolverine. I know he did not. No. That's strong.
Yeah, right. And I would never want you to skip
It's on Disney Plus.
It is?
Yeah, why don't you watch it?
I don't have Disney Plus. So
You want to log in?
maybe so. If there's something good to watch,
That's a good one. And by the way, you know what they also put on Disney Plus?
What's that?
Shark Week.
Hell yes, I want Disney
He's
Plus.
buying Disney Plus. He doesn't need your login.
He's just gonna borrow my login.
I know.
He'll be like, I'll bring it back from the beach.
Yeah, I love Shark Week. It's so good. I'm so fat. What is it about? I don't know. I don't know why that I'm so into reptiles.
Horny for fish.
Yes.
That's why Aquaman, he talks to fishes.
He talks to the fishes.
Jealous.
Actually, I stole that from Chris Rock. Do you remember when he said that at some point in one of his stand-ups? He was like, Aquaman, he talks to the fishes. It was so funny.
That was Tug doing black guy voice.
No, that was just me doing he talks to the fishes voice. But that's what he said, and it was so funny.
That's what he does when he's on his private time. He does black guy voice. He just drives home.
Heard you have a good Obama impression.
That's right.
No, it's actually Lowe's. He's got a great.
Hold on. That entire impression is because Barack Obama was trying to make sure he didn't have black guy voice when he talked to you.
Right. He did the exact opposite of what I was doing. Right? So funny.
What's up, Chris Rock?
Yeah, how you been?
I thought he was sitting right next to me for a moment. I was like, oh my God, it's Chris Rock.
It sounds just like him. It's unbelievable, that impression that he's doing over there. Holy cow.
Have you seen The Office?
Yeah.
Whenever Michael tries to do the Chris Rock impression, everybody gets mad at him.
I've not seen that episode, but
so
I've just seen it over the years. It's like Seinfeld. You just see them here and there. I don't know that I ever watched them each week.
It's on all the time.
Yeah.
And you can catch 4 or 5 of them.
That's right. Because they're chopped down to 24 minutes nowadays.
It's perfect hotel viewing. When we're just trying to kill time, it's like we throw it on and there's The Office.
Absolutely right. Seinfeld, same way. Morning Extra on Extra 106.3. The first thing to know this morning.
They want you awake, informed, and ready to fight for the facts of the day in the land of the free. Now your sleepyhead nation needs your wake-up call. A mighty dose of reality coming in strong. Soon as the sun cracks the horizon so high. Man, we got the story, no time for a lie.
Oh, my God, yes.
Put a bullet in your hands, courtesy of the moment.
That's so great. Anytime you get a Neil Borch drop in there.
Oh, my God,
yes. Oh, my God, yes. You go back-to-back with Neil and then Kimmer. I guess I should love this, but I really don't, and I'll explain why. Nike. I was reading from Daniel Friedman. He posted this on Twitter, on X. Nike has lost nearly 80% of its market cap over the last 5 years. When the stock was at its peak, Ethan Strauss wrote the definitive take on how the company was fumbling the bag. And they were defined by Jordan competitiveness, machismo, heavy male customer base. They thought they could double in size if they also could be the Lululemon at the same time. And he goes into a bunch of description about that. And somebody had quote tweeted it and talked about the Kaepernick thing, talked about, they had a Betsy Ross shoe they were going to do, and they canceled it. They partnered with Dylan Mulvaney. And then they just go through all kind of the leftist stuff that they had done. Now, the last one will stand out to you, terminating Kyrie Irving over not taking the vaccine. So when I read that, I thought, man, I should love this, because I'm always doing my best not to buy Nike, because sometimes I have to. Sometimes because my favorite team, Georgia, I think, is a Nike university. So a lot of their stuff is Nike, and I love Georgia enough that I just have to hold my nose and do it. But I don't celebrate the downfall of Nike. Or if it is a downfall, how about the step down of Nike? Because downfall is overstating it.
No, they dominated the marketplace in apparel and shoes for so long that it's not like they're going to have some sort of crushing defeat. It's not like they're going to be Converse.
That's right.
But when you lose some of your market, you kind of start asking, well, why did that happen?
And the reason I don't celebrate it is because it was a great American story, a great American company. I mean, it changed everything. They were so successful with everything they did. I remember loving Nikes back in the day. Now I'm seeing kids wear shoes that I wore when I was a kid.
Yeah, the retro.
Yeah.
Especially the retro Jordans.
Yep.
Now, I don't have any.
I don't either.
My wife does have a pair. Mm-hmm. So are some of the other volleyball moms. That's like, first off, like, the Air Force Ones were for you and I. Now women wear Air Force Ones because they're stylish.
Yep.
You know, it's like that's the sort of deal that goes on now.
And the Dunks, the Nike Dunks that the kids love, and I see even baseball players wearing them as cleats. It's these guys. I know you'll recognize them. Yep. We all had them in the 90s. We all had them. Every one of us had them. Either the low-top version or the high-top version, and it was the coolest, man. It was the greatest.
The strange thing that Nike did, and I know at some point when we talk about like Harvard Business Reviews, how there's always going to be, like one day there will be one on Bud Light. How do you go from Bud Light to dropping off, and it's going to go to you made the wrong hire with a marketing firm. That marketing firm was all about DEI. They wanted to try and get away from a frat boy image, even though frat boys everywhere love Bud Light, grown men, blue-collar workers, me, everybody loves Bud Light. Yet you turned it into a symbol for transsexualism, and we all decided we weren't buying it at that point. Nike is also going to have this story partly told by they went into a customization area where you could order shoes custom, which I've done it. My wife has done it.
We've done it for my son.
It's so cool.
It is.
The problem is that they started giving up storefronts in the interest of that. And so couple that with some of the societal changes and some of the politics, and it all culminates in how you end up going from the dominant force to where they're at.
Look at that, though. In the past 5 years, down 76%.
Down 76%.
7%.
Yeah.
I'm not celebrating it. I wish they would get their head out of their backside and just be the shoe company that I fell in love with. That when I buy a UGA polo or T-shirt or jacket or hoodie or whatever, that I don't have to hold my nose doing it. That's all I wish. I don't wish that they were falling apart because they made stupid cultural choices.
So you've dragged me into a conversation that I love.
Okay.
Now, you do that regularly, but in this case, this is another end of it. Do you know the story of Steph Curry and Nike?
Yeah. When
you want me to fill in a little bit here for you?
If I'm not mistaken, when they were pitching him, they had something wrong with the pitch to him.
They had a picture that wasn't him to start with.
There you go. Yes.
So they're pitching him, and this is the exact same scenario that was happening when Nike pitched Jordan. They promised him so many different aspects of, we're building the company around you, a shoe line, here's what we're going to do. Whereas everybody else was just like giving him the standard pitch. Well, Steph Curry's sitting there and he's getting the standard pitch and doesn't even have his picture. And
Which is insulting enough.
And what they didn't know was that the way he was going to play basketball was going to revolutionize the game. And it did. And so when he signed with Under Armour, he turned Under Armour into this billion-dollar monster in the basketball shoe front. Not everywhere, but the basketball shoes that exploded.
Yep.
When Steph Curry's deal ended, he ended up signing just recently with Li Ning. Now, that is a Chinese-based company. You might know it. Those are the people that produce Way of Wades, which are some of the most popular shoes in basketball, volleyball, any of those sports. And now they have Steph Curry because even a Chinese company didn't make the same mistake that Nike did.
Yeah, it's little that I don't even. I say little. That's giant. But then doing the things that they did with Kaepernick was giant because they just turned off so many people.
We'll get it right off the top. Number one, when I asked AI about explaining the loss of market share and stock prices, failed direct-to-consumer pivot.
Yep.
And then persistent weakness in Greater China, inventory glut, macro and cost headwinds, which is the politics end of it.
No doubt about it.
All of it culminated to do this.
I say all that and have this discussion with Los and you because I don't want to cheer against Nike. I have no desire to cheer against Nike. I feel like they're cheering against me half the time, and that's not a good place to be.
They just went down such a strange road that couple that with the business decisions that they made, and predominantly this was business, that once the business started to have issues, well, then the politics might as well piggybacked it right to the ground.
Yeah. Tough, man. Tough. I hope they figure it out. I don't know that they'll ever be the same brand that they were. Morning Extra on Extra 106.3. When we come back, the more you find out about Abdul El Sayed, the more people are like, I'm not so sure I can vote for this fella. Next on Extra.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Bortz, and stay connected at the office. That's xtra1063.com.
Doesn't matter if it's a pop-up storm or it's just normal Georgia heat. People complain about it. I love it. My sweet wife doesn't love it. Now, where do we come together? Inside the house. She doesn't want it to be, all sticky inside the house and musty down in the basement. Neither do I. So when you go in the house, you want it to be comfortable. That's where you call Central Heating and Air Conditioning if you don't have that luxury. They can talk to you about a whole house dehumidifier, removes all that excess moisture, makes it more comfortable, and it helps your air conditioner work more efficiently. And we got plenty of heat left. If you've born and raised around here or been living around here a long time, there's plenty of warm weather left, even as we head into the fall. But if you need to get that moisture out of your house and keep that house cool for that warm weather, maybe consider calling Central Heating and Air Conditioning, 770-GET-HEAT-CentralHeat.com. Chuck and his team will hook you up, $1,700 in carrier rebates, 60 months of 0% financing with approved credit. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
On the fence about a fence? Hi, this is Jared with Accent Fence. Make the right choice and call Accent Fence. Whether it's wood, aluminum, vinyl, composite, steel, or chain link, Accent Fence can build you the perfect fence for your home. And with no money down financing available, now is the time to get your new fence. Explore fence options and read all of our 5-star Google reviews at accentfence.net. Then call and set up your free in-home consultation at 770-995-7463. For a fence that lasts, visit accentfence.net.
What a season. The boys are giving us plenty to celebrate, but if you've celebrated a little too hard after a win and ended up in jail, you need A Second Chance bail bonds. We handle bonds from the stadium to the city, and in most cases, we can have you or your loved one out in a matter of hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
Your yard. It stresses you out between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, pet friendly, and looks amazing all year round. ATL Turf Co. is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen, or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at atlturfco.com. That's atlturfco.com.
Hey, this is Los with David from Atlanta, who just purchased his new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent way to buy your next vehicle. David, tell us about your experience.
I had been looking for a vehicle for a couple months. The car buying process was a little challenging at first for me. I had some credit issues in the past, and I just happened to hear a familiar voice on the radio, and it happened to be on the Honest Car Guy ad. I got in touch with Tom. Within 2, maybe 3 days, I had a vehicle being shipped here from Orlando, Florida. I have already recommended him to family members, several friends, and I'll purchase a car from Tom when I make my next purchase for sure.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK, LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
The stories that matter to you. These are your Georgia headlines.
It's Wednesday, August 19th, and here are your headlines. Tuesday night's primaries delivered a mixed night for President Trump as his endorsed candidates scored big wins in Florida and Wyoming, but Trump also did take some losses. Socialist Democrat Angie Nixon pulled off a major upset in Florida's Democratic Senate primary, while she defeated Alexander Vidman despite being dramatically outspent. And in Wyoming, voters rejected Trump's choice for governor. A major human trafficking operation in Georgia has helped recover 11 missing children. Attorney General Chris Carr says the operation also led to the indictment of 36-year-old Eric Gordon, who is accused of trafficking a 16-year-old girl in Fulton County. And finally, Home Depot is facing calls to ditch Flock license plate readers at its stores. Critics want the Atlanta-based retailer to prevent ICE from using its parking lots or stores for immigration enforcement. Home Depot says it does not participate in or coordinate immigration actions. The heat continues across the metro area today with a high of 95 and a low of 73. Your Extra 106.3 headlines. I'm Bryce Gobert.
Tug and Los until 10. Still people sending us messages about where to go and get breakfast tacos and tacos at like gas station taquerias.
First off, I appreciate every one of them. Second, this is really about timing. Who is open at 5 o'clock in the morning?
Which is actually what got the conversation
That's
started.
what got the conversation going, because all of you have places that you enjoy, and I'm right there with you. And a lot of them, I'm like, okay, yeah, we're going to go to that one. We'll check that one out. It's about who I can get at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes,
that's what I really need. Otherwise, we have to have a show field trip, and you know, Tug's got 3 podcasts he's taking part in today. Bryce has things. I've got stuff and things.
And a lot of stuff. And other stuff. And
get busy.
Yeah.
I got to be in a middle school parking lot at like 3:30 to take a couple girls over to their volleyball practice.
Yeah.
But between that point and the end of this show, there is stuff and things.
Dude, I'm so hungry.
We've talked breakfast tacos and everything else so much, and mini sirloin burgers.
Dude. And I've got 3 podcasts to record, as you said, after the show. So like from 10 to noon, I'm going to be tied up. But I'll find something. I'll eat my phone case or something.
You're going to be looking around at people's desks like,
that's right.
Anybody leave any crackers out here?
You got anything in there? You got some of those toast cheese? You know, the little orange ones with the peanut butter in the middle.
Does it got some peanut butter in there? Do you have any Lance products?
I'll take any of
Lance
them.
crackers?
Or all of them right now. If killing dogs at like a 75% rate wasn't bad enough for Abdul El Said up in Michigan, which that was, for me, not that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I guess just all of his communism and Islamo-Marxism was that was plenty enough. But then you throw in the fact that it was like a 75% kill rate at the shelters that he was in charge of in Detroit, I was done. The more you find out, the more done you are.
Workers said it was excessive.
Yeah.
I think that was the part when it jumped out to us.
Called it like a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, because as Tug and I were explaining at that time, if you have the same sort of stuff going on in Atlanta, and I'm sure it does, but somebody's going to blow the whistle when they're like, hey, why are no dogs getting out of here? And as they put it, it was a slaughterhouse. So it's like everything you find out, something else, you kind of go, oh, okay, was not aware of that. Maybe that's the reason why you ended up winning your election by 1%. All right, you're going to have a hard time, I think, in your state, in Michigan, when it comes to running up against your opponent, who I believe is going to garner quite a bit of mainstream blue dog, whatever that version of it is, Democrat support. And then we add this in. So the Islamic American Relief Agency, the IARA, is an organization that has been cited by the U.S. government as providing financial support for terrorist networks. Again, this is the Islamic American Relief Agency. And it's all in the documents, the United States as the plaintiff versus the IARA. And it goes through what they were doing. In this case, and you can also find this in the Midwesterner, it basically talks about how they would raise and donate money to Osama bin Laden, to the Taliban, and to Hamas. And they had done so since 1999. Hundreds of thousands of dollars that were designated to these terrorist organizations from, again, in the filing by the United States government. This was the organization that was responsible for it. As it turns out, Al Sayed's mother worked for that group.
That's a gigantic surprise. Now, I mean, nobody could have saw that coming. It's so fitting. It's so obvious that things like this are happening and going on. I just don't know how anybody, I really don't understand. And I've tried to understand, like, what is the draw? What is it that makes people think, yeah, man, Islamo-Marxism is, yeah, it's good. I love some socialism, love some communism. I don't understand the draw, because nothing government touches works. Nothing government touches gets better. And you've seen the fraud that goes on when administrations like the Biden administration, and look, establishment Republicans too, give them some credit because they deserve it. All the fraud that happens. What is the draw, Los? Because I don't get it.
No.
There's nothing there that makes me go, yeah, man. I just saw where the VA, the director of the VA said, I've been here for 2 years, man. I've done all I can do. And I know he was a good man.
There's no helping this scenario.
That's what I'm saying. And people were like, yeah, I want more government involved.
We did a segment on Monday, and we were talking about how, all right, one time that occurred, twice, interesting, 3's a trend, 6 is what you do. We had 6 Democrats last week that either pled guilty or had charges that were all directly related to fraud. COVID relief fraud, campaign finance fraud, all sorts of fraud. And it was from the Northeast all the way to Georgia, all the way to Arizona. It was all over the country. It wasn't just one isolated incident or one area of the country. And so when you start to dig into this stuff, then you wonder, like, well, how did this person have a mother who was working for a terrorist organization? It's because they're terrorist sympathizers.
That's right. And they don't really hide it.
I don't think that she was just answering the phone.
Yeah, she just randomly, just surprisingly.
IARA, where would you like your money to go today?
A terrorist organization, please. And then when you think about that money being, because you said it got started, they started sending it there in 99?
99 through 2004 is what the government, when it comes to their document, this is in the United States District Court for the Western District of Missouri. The documentation is from a time period from 99 to 2004.
I don't know if you remember what happened in 2001, because you brought up bin Laden's name.
Yep.
99, that would give you 2 years, almost 3, because September 11th was late in the year, obviously. That would give you basically 3 years to fundraise and filter money and send money and plan.
Now, granted, maybe you just happen to work the desk and you answer the phone and you fax wherever your boss tells you to or anything else. That's entirely possible. That is not out of the realm of possibility. But what I would ask you is this. When you're Abdullah Muhammad El Sayed, you are partnering to hit the campaign trail with Hassan Piker, who talks about how America deserved 9/11, and who has said some of the most vile things you possibly can about this country and the need for the destruction of it.
And is an open communist.
Open communist. So here is your red-green agenda coming together in this way. And El Sayed's mom just happens to work for an organization that in a 33-count indictment, the government found that they were funding terrorist groups illegally.
It's got to be an anomaly. Has to be, right?
Kind of. Occam's razor says it's because it's who they are.
It's who they are.
The simple answer, typically the correct one.
Yeah, and it is obvious what is happening. Because we played it earlier, some DSAers talking about how they hate the Constitution. They can't wait to shred the Constitution. That's what's going to give them the ability to enact the revolution that they want to see and the government that they hate and want to get rid of. They want to get rid of your God-given rights that the Constitution tells you comes from not government, but God. That's the document that they want to get rid of.
Like, I would like to think, and I know I've disparaged Tug enough today between the jokes about his black voice guys he does and his friends and everything else. But so I will
talk to the fishes.
I will disparage myself. If there was some weird case down the road where the people my wife worked for were financing some polygamist organization, and then I got caught up in why does he have 3 wives? Are you not going to believe that these two things might be linked together?
You'd be hard pressed not to go. It just logically.
Logically, there's a connection here.
I see what's happening.
It'd be a different thing if there's no connection at all. He does not believe in having 5 wives, and this is something where, you know what, his wife was taking care of HR on this thing, had no idea what the higher ups were doing. But when you have the mother's connection to an organization that is illegally financing terror groups around the world for 5 years, and her son just happens to pal around with a guy who says America deserves it.
Probably.
Strange, isn't it?
It's not much of a leap. It's not like you have to.
In 2008, you were vilified for asking this about Barack Obama.
Yeah, you were.
About saying, hold on, look at his connections. Look at his Marxist upbringing.
Yeah.
Is it weird that he continues to talk about spreading the wealth around?
Is it strange that he says he wants to fundamentally change America?
Does this not
It stood out to me.
like odd? Does it not feel that you were in a black theology church that you were talking about, in the case of Reverend Wright, GD America?
Yeah.
The chickens have come home to roost. I haven't forgotten.
Yeah.
It's only been 18 years.
Yeah.
That's a connection that we weren't making in 2008. We were never allowed to, but we should be doing it now, and you should be pointing it out until they can prove that they're innocent of this stuff.
Some of us were. Some of us were asking those questions.
Some of us were.
Yeah, they were. Because I kept thinking to myself, fundamentally change America. I was like, I don't want to fundamentally change. I think, is America perfect? No. Will it ever be? We're striving for a more perfect union. From the founding, from the beginning, we're striving for a more perfect union. So fundamentally changing things would mean flipping it upside down. I don't think that's a good idea. And I remember seeing people just love. I was like, do you not realize? And at that time, I didn't know his background.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sean Hannity was detailing that out. It was all easily discoverable. In fact, when we've had Neil Bortz on, he's talked about meeting the very professors that brought up what he was like in college. Not to mention,
because he wanted a violent revolution. That's what he said.
There is so much about that background where you go, oh, that was a signal. Well, then, yeah, you should be asking the same thing about El Sayed. The rest of these, and we'll chronicle this more tomorrow, because I definitely want to be able to jump more into these DSA members, how they're not Joseph Stalin. They're more Castro. They come from wealthy families. They're playing revolutionary. They're playing blue collar. They're playing regular Joe. None of them are. So you should be making those connections and pointing out, hey, this person who keeps telling you it's about making things even for everybody, why do they have a trust fund where they don't have to work?
Yeah, right. Why is it not even for them? Why will it never be even for them?
Why are they asking for power from you to get even with what they've told you are your enemies, yet none of that will ever affect them?
Because socialism is for you.
It's for you. Communism is for you.
It's not for them. When we come back, we'll wrap up the show. Morning Xtra at Xtra 106.3 Tug and Los until 10. You've probably seen people loading their social media graphics, right? When they maybe they make all region in high school, or they sign to go to a college and play ball. I don't know that you've ever seen graphics like we'll share with you next.
I can't explain this one, but I'll try.
On Xtra 106.3.
Xtra 106.3 Sports, powered by 680 The Fan.
Good morning. Here are your sports headlines for Wednesday, August 19th. The Atlanta Braves dropped their second game in Minnesota last night to the Twins as the Bats have gone cold. 4-1 the final. The Braves do close out the 3-game series this afternoon, looking to avoid a sweep. It'll be A.J. Smith-Shawver coming to the rotation to make the start. He'll be opposed by Taj Bradley. First pitch is set for 1:40 this afternoon. You can hear all the game action on our sister station, 680 The Fan, and for free on the Fan app. From the NFL, the Atlanta Falcons have signed a pass rusher to help with their depth as they have reached a 1-year deal with 33-year-old Zadarius Smith. He spent last season with the Philadelphia Eagles. The 11-year veteran has 70.5 career sacks. With your sports headlines, I'm Carlos Medina.
Toyota's national sales event is happening now through August 31st at Marietta Toyota. Thinking about going electric? Well, the 2026 Toyota BZ gives you an all-electric Toyota with no gas stops, a quiet commute, confidence of buying from a dealership you know. For drivers who want to spend less time at the pump and more time enjoying the drive, BZ is a smart way to try all-electric without leaving Toyota behind. Every new Toyota includes a nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's unlimited time and unlimited mileage as long as you own it. We've been voted Best of Cop for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, Best Service Center. For well-qualified buyers, special financing is available on the new 2026 Toyota BZ. 0% APR for up to 72 months through August 31st. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of True Stadium, Marietta Toyota. Since 1975, we've been here and we'll be here for you.
0% APR for 72 months with approved credit through SCTF. Not all buyers qualify. Offer ends 8/31/26. See dealer for details. All prices exclude tax, tag, and title and include $699 dock fee and $257 electronic tag fee.
Hey, it's Drake Baldwin. Everyone knows my winning team on the field, but when there's no hot water, I need a win at my home base. When it comes to plumbing, my winning team is Superior. Superior Plumbing is there whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or a water heater installed. For over 40 years, they've been Atlanta's go-to plumbers. And Superior is still locally owned. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422-PLUM.
Hi, I'm Tom Stratton from Tom and Jerry's Roofing, a 10-year veteran of the U.S. Army. When my best friend Jerry and I opened Tom and Jerry's Roofing, we wanted our company to be an outlet for good. So with every roof we do, a portion goes to various veteran services and charities. Tom and Jerry's Roofing is passionate about giving you the best service and quality work possible, and that work turning into service for our heroes. So if you need a new roof or a repair, call us. We're Tom and Jerry's Roofing, where every roof helps veterans. TomandJerry'sRoofing.com.
Guys, if you want the greatest night of your life, then you gotta hear this. There's a great ED pill out, and it's from the makers of Viagra. It's their ED pill called Viagra AGV, and it's unbelievable. It works super fast, in as little as 12 minutes, and lasts up to 12 hours. Plus, it's FDA approved and safe. Viagra AGV crushes every other ED pill. And 9 out of 10 urologists now recommend this sensational new super pill over any other. Go to scoreblue.com while supplies last. Scoreblue.com. Viagra AGV is available only at scoreblue.com by prescription, no doctor visit.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Your life isn't one size fits all. So why would your bank be? At Truist, you get a caring and knowledgeable team that really understands you. You get real talk about real life, tools that help keep you informed, and a plan that keeps you ready so you're confident no matter what comes your way. And when all that comes together, it makes you feel unstoppable. Get started today at Truist.com. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
The Kimmer Show is only live on Extra 106.3 every weekday afternoon on your drive home.
The bonus marchers from the nation's capital. The bonus expeditionary force.
What? The what? The expedition force?
Excuse me?
Save that. That was at 4:05 p.m.
I was misquoted.
The Kimmer Show every afternoon from 3 to 6 p.m. on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Tug and Los until 10 because we've been talking about burritos and great places you can get. The reason we're talking about is having a place early enough that because we get here, 5 in the morning. And we're here early. So that was the reason it got brought up. Donna actually reached out and said, hey, tell Los it's National Potato Day.
Perfect.
So you were talking about those burritos.
Potato.
Yeah, exactly. He's
Thank
like,
you. Love potatoes.
Miss Donna, thank you so much. Who would have thought?
Thank you, Donna.
So it's a perfect way to.
I was like potato and egg.
I know.
That's what I want.
Put a bow on it, man. That's good stuff there.
YouTube chat's had some suggestions as well.
Oh, what else did they got?
There was one. It's off Atlanta Highway and Flowery Branch. So a little bit of a drive.
Mm-hmm.
However, La Casa del Taco.
I do not love the way it sounds. Already.
Sounds like it
sounds good.
It's the House of Taco.
Mm-hmm. Who doesn't love the House of Taco? I do.
All right, there it is. Flowery Branch. Oh, it looks just shady enough. I love it.
It's just shady enough.
I'm telling you, it's got to look.
Yeah, it's got to have a little shade to it.
Let me just give you a little hint about these things. If you see it or you drive past it and it looks like the possibility that it has nothing but abuelas working in there.
Yes, I will.
It's going to be quality. It's going to be good.
Which is the crazy thing, because that movie with Vince Vaughn.
Which didn't work, though. It's a movie.
I know, but it's the same concept. They had a good idea to start with. It just didn't end up good.
Here's the problem. La Casa del Taco opens 11 a.m.
That ain't going to work.
Now, it'll go till 9, 10 o'clock, but that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, here's the thing that I think you have to take into consideration. If it looks too corporate, that's when it's like a no-go. That's when I'm like, nah, I'm good.
If you want in order to really experience that kind of taco, you have to have food that could possibly make you see God. Like it can kill you.
Meaning?
Because maybe you might get salmonella. You could. Now, it's not
definitive. Yeah.
But you could.
Yeah. It can't be too corporate. I think that's it.
That's the kind of place that when you eat at it, you're going to be like, oh my God, that was an incredible taco.
Mm-hmm.
But you eat there 100 times, there might be one where you do get the salmonella.
If you're not taking that risk, though.
Yeah, got to live a little.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Living on the edge.
It's like anybody who tells me, well, that Asian restaurant, that Mexican restaurant didn't get a good score. I'm like, in. Yes, sir. If you tell me it's like a burger joint, like there's a random, not that they would, but like a random Taco Mac that didn't score well, I'm going to be like, that's a management problem. I'm like, that's not supposed to happen. A Chinese or a Mexican joint that's in kind of a shady place, hell yeah, that's supposed to have a low score. That means they're ready to go.
That means
they're ready to deliver.
Best you've ever had in your entire life. Everybody knows that restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows one.
Where you have to apologize to your friends as you pull up. You're like, guys, just trust me. We're just going to get in there. We're just going to grab something. We're going to get out of here with it. Trust me.
We always want. So we would drive over to Lilburn to play at Providence Christian Academy. This is when my son
Good day, mate.
That's right. It was when he was in 7th and 8th grade when we'd go over there. And we would pass a place called AJ's Country Kitchen. And my son was always like, Daddy, can we stop in there one day? And my wife was like, no way, we're not stopping in there. And I was like, yes, we should. We never got a chance to. But still to this day, anytime that time frame comes up, Jacob will be like, we never stopped at AJ's. One day, we got to go. We got to go over there. And then, so if anybody's listening that's been to AJ's Country Cooking in Lilburn, Give your friend a home.
Well, now in Alpharetta, there's an AJ's Home Cooking.
Yeah. AJ's Home Cooking. So maybe I'm mixing the two names up.
Maybe just listen. They might have moved or they might have expanded a little bit. I got an AJ's Home Cooking that's in Alpharetta off Haynesbridge.
Yeah, I know exactly where that one is.
And that looks like some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's called. That's right. I'm mixing it up. AJ's. It's called Donnie's Country Cooking in Lilburn. I just looked it up. Or this has Norcross, but it's on your way to Lilburn. But if anybody's been to Donnie's.
Donnie's Country Cooking.
There we go. Yes. We passed that.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Buddy.
Look at that marvel of country goodness.
Come on, dude.
That is going to make you. Look at that plate.
Come on, dude. That's a meat and 3.
Yeah.
Let's go. I want to try it out one day.
That's the kind of place where you're a working man and you're like, yeah. Or you're like my grandfather who would have dinner at like 3 o'clock. That's where you went.
Yes. Calm. That
like Luby's.
Yes.
Remember we brought up Luby's Cafeteria in San Antonio?
Yes, of course I do.
Man, you get that Luann platter at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You and the other geriatrics. I'd be sitting there with my grandparents eating the same Jell-O.
Yeah.
Everybody happy.
Just so happy and smiling. There were some people who looked in this picture that I've seen. And everybody has smiles. Little boy has a smile. Mom and daddy have a smile. And it's basically a graphic or a picture that the team is posting.
It's a post.
Yeah.
It's a post. It's a kid who's like 6 years old and his parents, and it just says, so excited for Lex as he starts his travel ball journey with B3 Elite 7 and under.
7U, boy.
7U. And they got the balloons and okay. Most of these organizations, almost all of them these days, have some sort of picture you take.
Yeah.
It's called Media Day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might be saying, okay, that's way too early. And yes, I would agree. At the same time, now, if they set this up all on their own, I'd be like, okay, violation, foul. But I've now seen this predominantly in the volleyball world. It's one thing if you, in my opinion, strictly my opinion, it's one thing if you commit to a college. It's one thing if you decide to transfer to another university. It's one thing if you've signed some sort of deal. It's another thing, in my opinion, strictly my opinion, when you've chosen to go to a different club organization. Like, new year, new club. Here's my, and you build it, because like my daughter can build graphics. And she's never done one for that. She's done them for like, here's my schedule, here's this, here's an honor I've got. What? Fine. I've never seen 12 and under, Team David this year, signing with the club.
To be honest, the picture doesn't bother me in the least. It's fine. The family's happy. They're going to play ball. Whatever. It doesn't bother me. It's just none of that bothers me. What's interesting to me is that it's 7U.
That it's 7U. I agree. And also the amount of vitriol. And I get it. I'm part of it. And I've also been highly critical of it. I think travel ball, depending on the age, can be a little bit ridiculous at a certain age.
Absolutely, again.
And I would include, because remember, this is 7U, which means this is 6 and under. This is 6-year-olds.
That's great baseball.
Oh my gosh,
dude! I'm talking. I mean, they're barely off a tee.
You know what the goal is?
Might not be off a tee.
My wife used to run the youth organization down the street for us when it came to 8 and under softball. And you know what the goal was with the 6 and under team, the 7 and under team?
Make sure they ran to the right base?
No. Make sure they want to play next year.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. You just want young athletes to still have fun and want to play again.
Yep.
That's all, because you're never going to get good at something, in my opinion, the overwhelming number, is that you're never going to get good at something if you don't care about it, if you don't enjoy it.
Yeah, it's got to be you loving it. It can't be your parents loving it.
Yeah, there are plenty of people. I have met pro athletes that don't care one bit about their sport. I told the story. There was a guy who got drafted out of Boston College. He said the only reason he was looking to play NFL football is because he wanted tattoos that his dad wouldn't allow him to have. He got drafted in the second round, and he played his 4 years, and then he was out of the league, and he was like, I made 4 years worth of money in a sport that I don't care about.
Goodness, dude.
But a lot of times, you have to actually care about something in order to pursue it. And so travel, oftentimes that's kind of the direction it is. If you're playing travel, it's because you care about it. You want to see tougher competition. And the amount of vitriol towards the travel parents, I get it. I've seen them. I think that they're ridiculous as well. And sometimes I am that parent.
Yeah, I just don't have a. I don't have a
Morgan North Forsyth volleyball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't have a big problem with them playing anywhere they want to and posting their play because I think they're catching a bunch of strays for people that just want to complain about travel ball.
Well, it's like there's a guy who works right in that.
Absolutely.
That one over there, our general sales manager, he
complains about it all the time.
Complains about, because why? His kids leave the park.
Yep, that's right.
Complains about it all the time. It's like, travel ball this, travel ball that. Well,
my son started playing travel ball at 8, and it is some of the best memories that he still to this day.
I was 14.
He and his buddies get together and still talk about their 8U season. I don't even remember much of it, and they do. They remember teams that they played. They remember the one team that they could never beat. They loved it. I wouldn't change a thing. And he started at 8U. That was 7. It was 7. We're still playing rec ball, and should have been.
I would prefer, had I had the chance to go back and tell my parents, hey, can we figure something else out? I probably would have preferred to go and start doing that at 13 to start playing that level, because by the time I got to college, that first day, I was like, oh my God, everybody here is good.
Yeah.
It's like when you play against tougher competition, you don't show up and you're not surprised by it. You're like, oh yeah, there are other good players. I spent enough time between high school ball and a little bit of club ball where I always thought I was the best player on every field. And then I wasn't. And you want to talk about going like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's an eye-opening moment.
Yes.
For us, it was because everybody was leaving the park, and it wasn't very good. It wasn't very competitive. It was a necessity, pretty much, when we left at 8U. It wasn't because we were just dying to go. I didn't even know what it was. To be honest, I had no idea. I was calling high school coaches asking what it was because I didn't know. That'll do it for us. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day. For Los and Bryce, I'm Tug. Y'all come back now, you hear?
More than just headlines on your ride to work? It's the Morning Extra, live from 6 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, only on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.